Do you hear the bull? He plays the flute of Phil. Every turn he makes, the melody's a thrill. With a bassoon in hand and a side flute too, dragging us along through skies of PlayStation blue. Fields are dancing wild to the sound he makes. Echoes through booty ripples in the lakes. Whistles through the trees as Satya begins to sway. Feels all-consuming tune darkens the day. Tried to break the PlayStation mold. Dreams of fortune turning cold. Now he's out in the cold. Business plans were all a mess. Thought he'd take down the best. Now he's stuck in his own jest. PlayStation's past his test. Matt Booty's dream gone bust. PlayStation outlasts the rust. He tried to kill the trust. Now his empire's turned to dust. Once a king on a throne so high, now he's watching the time tick by. No more dreams to touch the sky. He's left with just a sigh. The market games he played so rough, found out the real stuff was tough. Now those days seem so far off. Old dreams turn into a bluff.
Should we get the win this time?
Codes mean most. The codes mean most.
Yes, what's up, grinders? How you doing out there? What's going on? Man, oh man, how's everything? Woo! We are here, Gaming Grindhouse Grind Bite. How's everybody doing? Hit that like button as you're coming on in here. I see you, I see the fires. I see the fires already in the friggin' grindhouse. Holy crap. How's everybody doing? For Brizzle's in here. Nick the Unknown plus Ultra Koopa Clips in the house. For Brizzle, the OA is in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? Z-Rec, J Shield, Ron M, Diablo, Doc Mabbit, Alba Gouchot says hit that friggin' like button. Hit that like button. Let's get 100 likes, grinders. I'm giving out gifts tonight. If you hit that button, we're going to be getting out grinders VIP gifts to be given out here. Cosmic Hero, what's up? He says so much for money on first party. Games not selling well except Forza games. Literally no growth. Man, we're going to get into it. I know Cosmic Hero is ready to kick down the walls. What's up, Michael Murdy in the house? Lunchi in the house. Hero Jackson. Outside Gaming Night. How you doing? Diablo Doc Matter loves the music. Yo, the GOAT. Cephalon Snow loving the GOAT. Dude, Phil Ness GOAT. What's up, Doc Zone? How you doing, man? Oh, man. Phil Ness, the GOAT. So, yes, if you were, you were chilling, hit that like button, grinders, and we're going to start cook. What's up, Neil? How you doing? I saw Neil going wild on the interwebs as well. Dude, it is pretty crazy right now. It is absolutely insane, and we'll break it down because, it just seems like there's very few people that predicted all this stuff. Like this is what I don't understand. Like, it was written on the wall. I've done skits upon skits talking for 4 years about these things as a frustrated Xbox fan. And this is their 25th year anniversary. What are we doing here? Triggering a New Yorker. You gotta be kidding me. What's up to game night? Yeah, everybody following Microsoft. Yep, that's right. Everybody, they would have done the W's. They're like, why is everybody not doing what Microsoft's doing? Putting things everywhere. Everybody should be doing everything. And it's like, they think that they're like this. This is exactly, Phil Spencer running around. He was like this.
Streaking! We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium.
Phil, stop.
Streaking.
Who's streaking, Phil?
There's more coming.
They're all coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
Now.
Hey. Neil says, thank you for Brian Dabo. Hey, man, Neil, good luck. That's all I got to say. Maj Claire's member of VIP for 10 months. Thank you so much. We're going to update our VIPs right here. Yo, thank you. I appreciate it, all the support. Thank you for being a VIP grinder. Definitely hit up that music and hit up those VIP streams. I'm going to be doing more of them. We're going to be doing more member streams. Definitely. We'll do live chats, live videos, live podcasts, and then we'll also do some members DJ mixes. I got them all, baby. Yeah, but that's what it is. Like, Phil, who's streaking? Phil. But everybody follows Microsoft. It's like, dude, no. Now, we'll dip our toe in the water. Phil went in there butt naked. He was the friggin' Polo Club. He's like, no, I'm going in. All right, Phil, go ahead. No, we're double. I'm putting Call of Duty in Game Pass. Go ahead, Phil. You just spent $80 billion for court cases for 4 years. Fighting people to get Call of Duty so that you could wind it down and make it the worst Call of Duty ever in goddamn Game Pass. Phil.
Black Ops 6 day one Game Pass.
Black Ops 6,
sweet, right?
They're all doing it, Phil says.
I wouldn't do that.
No, they're all doing it, Phil.
Somebody been used to.
Dude, those people, I want to know who those people were that told Phil some people thought he wasn't going to do it. I want to know who those people are because they're probably outside his house screaming up with friggin' like John Cusack holding up a sign going, "We told you so, Phil."
Black Ops 6 day one Game Pass.
Black Ops 6,
sweet,
dude.
right? Like,
Some people said I wouldn't do that.
Some people said they wouldn't do that. Dude, I want to know where those people are now because they are probably knocking down Phil Spencer's door. John Cusack with the speaker over his hand. They're like, Phil, get out of this house. We got you. We told you, Phil. We told you. We told you, Phil. John Cusack holding up the freaking speakers. Get out here, Phil. You got to answer to somebody. Cosmic Hero with a VIP in the house. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for the VIP. going to the VIPs. He's going to the lounge. He's going to drink some of that champagne. We're serving very fine brut champagne in the Grindhouse lounge right now. So just to let you know that all the VIPs, champagne room, pause, upstairs. So if you go to a VIP, I got the back door here at the Gaming Grindhouse. You go upstairs, get some nice champagne. They'll take care of you upstairs at the VIPs. Man, where are those people? Because listen, how many times I made a whole skit. It was in the highlights of 2025. This is the Matrix. We're doing it again. Xbox falls, Phil. Everything you do. No, not this time. I'm putting Call of Duty in Game Pass, and we spent $80 billion, and even Josh Groban was singing songs about his ass. No, I'm still doing it. I'm still moving ahead. Phil, they told you to stop. No. This time, but Phil, this is the 6th time Zion fall. No, well, I'm doing it again. What do you mean?
You're my #1 customer.
The architect of the Grindhouse has told you. What are you doing? Stop, Phil. Even Huggy was telling you to stop. Huggy, you got your own man's Huggy.
Stop. Enough.
He was crying, saying, "Stop, Phil. Stop doing this.
Stop. Enough.
Hear the pain, Phil. Look what you're doing to your face.
Stop. Enough.
Oh, stop. He hurting. They told you to stop, and you just kept going. Like, nah. I didn't hear you. Who said that?
I don't know. Like,
Who said that? Huggy said,
Stop. Enough.
yo. It's crazy, man. You had people like, stop, Phil. You're hurting them. You didn't stop. You had Colt Eastwood talking in tongues.
On their little goo gaga, my little baby little Fisher Price plastic toy, and their killer games that are it's the little Animal Crossing.
Dude, they didn't know what to say anymore, Phil. You had this man crying about Nintendo, calling them what? They told you to stop. You did it. He didn't stop. He doubled and tripled down, dude. It's like, Phil, walk away from the casino. He's like, nah, we're going all in. Phil, stop. Nah, I'm going on Satya's money. We're going all in. No, Phil, you forgot to put it on double zeros. Oh, Phil.
On their little goo gaga.
You call Goo Gaga games. Oh, not like this. Cosmic Hero says, with the 5, thank you, Cosmic Hero. He goes 100 wait, we got reverb. $100 billion to be worse than what they were before. Make it make sense, Cosmic. I don't know. And Grinders, if you don't know what we're alluding to, as you're coming on in here to the Gaming Grindhouse, we know it's financial season. It's financial time, and this is probably the most important financial one, because this is the where's Madonna? Holiday. Celebrate holiday. These are the holiday numbers. You know, when they were stocking one Xbox in Target, where Dusty Ben called him up and he said he had to make sure he put down his turkey dinner and he checked to make sure that the Xbox was in stock. Dusty Ben, he called up Target. The holidays.
Console in October 19. He checks stores on Thanksgiving, not staying at home. And now Xbox got beaten by the next playgun to Goo Gadget toy. What are we doing here?
Dusty!
Dusty Ben.
Calling him up. Calling up Target. Said, no, I'm not. No, sorry, I'm not cutting the turkey this year. But Dusty, you always cut the turkey. No, I'm not cutting the turkey this year. I gotta go to Target. There's rumors going around the internet right now that there's no Xboxes in stock, and but Dusty, cut the turkey. Nah, not this year. Not this year. Dusty's not cutting the turkey this year. I gotta call Target. He waited on hold for like 3 hours, and he's like, I need to confirm that there's an Xbox going to be stocked at Target. They're like, oh, sir, you're requesting? Yes, there'll be one Xbox shipped on October 19th. And then that's all Dusty needed. And he went on the internet and he said, see, I told you Xboxes are in stock this holiday. So, dude, this will really happen. Yeah, true story. This is Grindhouse, true details, true stories. That's exactly what happened. The turkey was not cut at Dusty Bin's house. He was like, I got to say with Sarah. Sarah got me on hold on Target. Sarah. Not Sarah Bond. This is Target Sarah. Target Sarah. Yes, we're getting one Xbox shipped in on October 19th. See? And he went on the internet and made an article. See, I told you, Xbox in stock. Lies of the internet. Meanwhile, people from all over the globe are like, yo, they know Xbox is here. They know Xbox is here. All over the world. The world. It was the world versus Dusty Bin. Dusty, there's no way to buy our console. Nah, I call Target. Sarah said there's one. One coming in October 19th. No turkey cutting this year. I got to wait. These are the true stories. These are true stories of the gaming grindhouse. This is the crap that goes on the internet. That's why you come here. I tell you what happens. These are the freaking stories. Listen, I'm not lying. That really happened. People were calling up Target because there was rumors that Xbox was done. And after today, yo, where do we go from here? That's going to be the big question of the day. Man, oh man. Holy shit, Josh has only 4 ROG Ally X's in the UK. Dude, there's 4 of them. They were giving out to the team over there. Where's Gaming Gandalf? I need some answers. You even had, we listen. Brazil Best by Cephalon. Holy shit, Cephalon. Wait a second. You read the Grindhouse mind here. Wait, whoa. I think it's here, yo. Who just said that? Cephalon Snow, look at this. Look at this. We're calling targets. Look at this. Here's a rumor. Disappearance of Xbox from Brazil retailers seems to be real. According to Critical Hits, Microsoft may have stopped the official sale of consoles in Brazil. Retailers confirmed that they are no longer working with the brand directly, and now you could only find them in the gray market without an official warranty. Phil?
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at
Dusty, you got to stop making long-distance phone calls to Brazil. You know, you got to start going to Fogo de Chão, and you get rid of rodízios and get the feijoada, the farofa. I love that shit. Oh, my God, I love that food. Dude, trust me, it's not a bad trip. Great food, great people, but no Xboxes. It says Microsoft gives the evasive answer. Oh, man, they're good. We know evasive, right? We know evasive. Phil Spencer. We know what happens when they ask the hard questions. Right, Phil, what about what's going on with Brazil? Phil, what's going on with Brazil? You know what happens. Right? We know what happens because we've been through the Matrix, the Phil Matrix. You know, we know what happens. When Phil gets asked the hard questions, yeah, we know what happens. Here he goes. There, what the hell is this? Here it is. We know what happens when Phil gets asked the hard questions. And Booty and Sarah go, he's the one. I've never seen anybody move so fast before. Phil, what's going on in Brazil?
I don't know. Xbox, no. Phil, that's.
Oh my God.
Well,
he's moved so fast. He moves like them. Yeah, there you go. That's a Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer. Phil Neo in the Matrix. There he is. Ask him the hard questions. He goes. Yes, Traps. I lived in Brazil for a month for work. Love it. Sao Paulo, and then I went to, I lived in Sao Paulo. Yeah. Oh, baby. It was good work. It was a lot of work. It was fun. Yeah, that food, whew, man. But anyway, Dusty Bin, next trip. There you going. There you going. Look at this. The OA says, I'm from Brazil, and I follow Eric from Critical Hits. He even tried talking to Xbox Latin America and got no answer. He simply asked, are you guys still selling in Brazil? They never answered him. The OA. Newest VIP here. Thank you so much, the OA in the house. Dude, shout out to you from Brazil, baby. Love your country. Love it. Love it. Love it. The farofa and the feijoada. Nothing. You can't get it here in the U.S. No, you get it. It's fake. The real stuff is down there. Oh, my goodness. They put the pork pieces in it. Ooh-wee. I loved it. I ate that stuff all the time. And then the rodízios. Oh. Obrigado. But anyway, but yo, know what's so funny? To be, if you remember, ready? If you remember, man, if you recall, the Brazilian government was one of the first governments to agree to the deal of the whole Activision thing. They had no problem with it. They had no problem with it. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, my God. The cheesy breads, the dude. What is the drink, dude? Wait, I drank the drink down there. What is it? The guanana. The guanana. Oh, man, that got me through my day, the guanana. Dude, it's soda, but it is made with the acai berries. Oh, my goodness. The guanana. The green bottle. But, yeah, they were the first ones to agree. Caipirinhas? Oh, I have them all the time, dude. Yep, there it is. The guanana. The caipirinhas. Oh, man, I love those. Those are so good. And no, it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna get some look at. You know what they do in Brazil? They do not. They mull it. They mull the lime for the caipirinha, but they do not use the whites and the skin. They use the pulp because that's the sweet part of it. In America, when we get them here, sometimes a majority of the time they just take a whole lime and just grind it up, and it's bitter because they use the grinds. Oh man, pause the grinds. They use the white part and they grind the whole thing. It's like, no, man, you got to just put the pulp in because that's what makes it sweet. You can't just put the whole friggin' lime in there because the grinds, pause, the grindhouse, that's bitter. But anyway, now that's how to make a caipirinha. Best thing. The cachaça. Oh man, here we go. The cachaça. The cachaça, dude. When you got real cachaça. That was the great. And then I remember when they were telling me it's like when you get the bad cachaça, it's called the pinga. I don't know if that's right. But I remember saying the pinga. That was like the bad. That was like the cheap rum for that one. But anyway, there was the Brazilian lesson. Yo, shout out to OA, man. We could talk for hours about my awesome time in Brazil. But listen, Brazilian was the first government to say we have no problem with the deal. Everybody's like, oh, Brazil agrees. Now all we need is the CMA. The Brazilian government's on there. But they're saying that this is the same. And again, these rumors, people keep trying to squash them. Dusty Bin calling up. Yeah, exactly. See, the finger is the $1 cachaça. Exactly. Yes, he said. Yep. So good. I wasn't like that. Because hey, man, thank goodness I knew I was talking about because down there they probably would have laughed at me if I was saying all that stuff. They told me to say it. The stuff to do that. Oh, and also there was great Italian food down there too. Believe it or not. I don't know I think it's the embassy somewhere down there in Sao Paulo, but man, the Italian food was absolutely insane. It was so good too, the food down there is incredible. But so the thing is that we've seen this in Europe, right? We've seen this in Europe as well. Eastern Europe, Middle East, like there've been rumors all over the place that you can't get an Xbox. Microsoft is the pinga. There you go, Cephalon. Now we bringing it back. There we go. The thing is that we've been getting rumors. Here we go. Pinga Phil. The dollar bill Phil. Dude, we call him Pinga Phil. The Pinga Phil. We're going to call him that. Phil, what do you think about that?
I don't know.
He likes it. He likes it, everybody. He wants to be called Pinga Phil. That's the dollar bill Phil. That's the new name. We call him Pinga Phil. There he is. But, dude, this is globally. Yo, Kuna says Stadia stuttering today, dude. He's like this. He's like, wait the fucking Phil. He's flipping over tables right now, Stadia. We'll talk about the business, man. We're gonna get into this. Somebody brought up about the Brazil, not to find them, and there you go. Like, this is a pandemic, dude. This is something where this hardware console is not found globally, and they've been pulled out of stores. People thought Target was pulling them, and they shipped a few of them in the holidays, right?
You're my #1 customer.
The thing is that they are pulling out of this whole thing. Pause. They're pulling out of this whole thing, and nobody, like, the Windows Central, called Bootleg Central now, because all that's left is Bootleg Jez. That's it. Everybody else is gone, which is that if there's any indication to the positivity of what happening to Microsoft Gaming. Windows Central Gaming is gone. They fired all the people and left Jez there. There you go. That's what they're left with. Thank you. That's it. They find it. Ask if the media is pulling out. You would think when you listen to Microsoft, they're ramping up. Oh man, this is something we never did before. We did this. We did this. We did this. We're on TVs. We're on this TV. We're over here. We're everywhere. We're on everything. This is wonderful. Microsoft has never been bigger before. Xbox hasn't been bigger than ever before. The most consoles ever been sold. Then why is everybody pulling away, Phil? What are you talking about? The way you talk, you act like, what world do you live in? There's PR and then there's bullshit. Like, it's bullshit. Like, this is the blatantly lying. This is not even PR because you can't back it up. You never could. That's why the Phil Ness exists, because I'm just like,
Xbox, no. Phil Destin.
who are you talking about? Your console, and you never did answer. Like the OA said, the people are following up and asking, where can I buy one? And they're like, I don't know. We're not doing anything. We still have our retail partners and all this other stuff. Gordo with the 5, he goes, all those acquisitions, a Call of Duty launch, and you still lose money. Yo, Gordo, we got even worse than that. We're building the list. He says acquisitions, Call of Duty, and wait. When you put it in perspective, what's up, Bahamut? How you doing? When you put this in perspective, it is dire. It is bad. This is bad. Jaguar, remember he got the renewal of the VIP goes, Phil Leadership, give him another award. Yeah, I saw that. Oh my goodness. Dude, he's cashing. Yeah. I get it. I'll get you, Jaguar, on the list. Here we go. Jaguar with the VIP hanging in there. Thank you so much for renewal. 39 months, baby. Shout out to you. But there you go. And Dusty Bin calling Target is not going to save this. This is the world against Dusty Bin. Like, yeah, these consoles, no, they don't care about the console. You know, shit. But Xbox is still an ecosystem of what? And you see these Xbox fans that come PC refugees in the sense of like, oh, well, I'm just going to buy myself on PC. Like, Xbox wins there. It's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. Maybe in your little mind they do. But, like, they don't. Like, you think not playing it on PlayStation and not buying a PlayStation, but you buying it on PC is somehow you still giving Xbox a W. Like, what? Like, that is some mind-tripping crazy shit. Like, that is just whack. You're not going to buy a PlayStation and play a game that you want to play, but you're going to wait for the reach around Phil to tell you that it's coming to a PC and like you get it from their store and you don't want to buy it. It's on Game Pass. Wait for the game. Yo, do what you do, but understand that there is no, like, this is not good for them. Nothing is working. The Matrix and Zion fall all the time. Oh, thank you, Lucci. I got to check that out. I'll be playing that. But, like, it's just insane because none of this, remember, it was like if you talk bad about Xbox, it was toxic gaming. You're just a toxic gamer. It's like, no, man, because none of this stuff matters because the games were trash. The games are still coming out, stumbling out of the gate. They're still stumbling out of the gate. There is a quality control issue. They took on too much too fast before they could sort out what the problem was in the games that they were already developing. You look at even the biggest franchise in Halo and look, you got to write a book on how they destroyed Halo. Yes, oh, well, the multiplayer was fun for a day or two. Dude, they didn't have seasons. They didn't know what the content was. They didn't have they fired Bonnie, gone. They scrapped the whole engine. They never put the sandbox content in the campaign. They never touched the campaign. After they updated it with co-op, it was done. A year delay. You could write a book about the horrors of Halo. That they went so back that they gutted the whole studio and now are remastering the first game a second time in Unreal Engine, and it's stuttering. And they're putting it on PlayStation. 25 years celebration, my ass. They destroyed their brand. It is insane. But it's fine. Oh, they're still around. I'm still a fan. And again, I'm not telling not to be an Xbox fan. But if the stuff that we're going to go over now, I don't even know if it's there. I don't even know what the future is, dude. Because this is sad. And this is not a celebration of like a PlayStation beat you and all this stuff. Dude, this is a sad thing because all of this stuff has nothing to do with PlayStation. It does now as a try of a saving grace, but this stuff had nothing to do with Nintendo. It had nothing to do with PlayStation. That's why I don't go, look, PlayStation, nanny, boo-boo. No, that's some horse shit. No. This is all self-inflicted with bad management and they kept the bad management there, knowing that it was just driving and digging and digging and digging and destroying their identity and brand. That this thing is not a Sega. This is not salvageable. Sega was like, yo, we're doing hardware. They kept their name, they kept their IP, and they kept cooking on other platforms, moving along. When Xbox is done, dude, it's already done. The brand has been tarnished, and there's such a disdain for what they're doing. They're raising the prices without rhyme or reason, charging more money for services, shoving cloud and AI in people's faces. Like, it's just disgusting. And it's all about great games. And you fail to highlight that because all your executives talk about is all the other Microsoft bullshit bullet points. AI and Copilot and Copilot. Ask Copilot on your ROG Ally. I want to know how many people are doing that. How many people are asking their ROG Ally, where do I go from here? How many people are using that feature, Sarabon? Nobody, because that's not what gamers want. Nobody wants that stupid stuff. But Satya wants it because that's an excuse for him to say people are using Copilot. Look, it's the Trojan horse. Biggest Trojan head of them all, Satya Nadella. Coming in there and going like, oh yeah, well, we'll just trick people into using AI so then I could then buff up my numbers. Well, guess what? There's no hiding now. Because now, these numbers is the anchor of the company. I don't even know. Satya and Amy in the Hood and all of them are gotta be, they're gonna get the roast. The roasters are out, man, for Xbox. They gotta roast it because the company is not. They're fighting for their life to be relevant in AI. So it's not like that the AI and the enterprise is going to carry them. It will, but it's not flourishing like they plan to be. And a lot of these investors are wising up and going, dude, that's why I cover the AI here, because I want to show how Microsoft as a company, the W's are not happening over an AI that could offset the disaster of their gaming division. And they call it a write-off and stuff. Yeah, but guess what? $80 billion, and now all of a sudden Xbox is not a little side project anymore, dude. It is something that cost $80 billion. And you dope spent that money on franchises that people cared about, and you just let them rot. And now people don't even care about these freaking franchises. Like, you're just making these franchises just crash because you never had the structure. You know, it's like having a weak foundation, dude. It's like that song Bones. You got to build on a good foundation. They didn't have a good foundation. And then they just kept piling more. Oh, let's put a roof on. Let's do the bathrooms. Like, Phil, the foundation's made out of rotted wood. You still never sorted out the Forza stuff. And Forza took 6 years, and Halo's in disaster hell. Why don't you sort out your studios before you start going and buy people? No. Go buy it. Go buy it. And they just kept, oh, let's put on a bathroom. Let's put on a roof. Oh, let's put on, oh, yeah, we got to tile the bathroom. Let's put all the furniture in the house. The rocky foundation, it's just shaking. It's like, why you keep putting all this stuff on top? More. Oh, we bought studios. That's not enough. Let's buy publishers now. All right, let's put on all this. Dude, what are you putting more rooms on? The foundation.
Number one customer.
Great games, your IP. You had to make quality games in 2019, and then you said, oh, okay, well, we're just going to go buy a whole bunch of people. That'll fix our problem. Never did. Never did. The game night with the 5, he goes, I honestly don't know why Microsoft will continue with Magnus. Do they think a hybrid's going to solve their problems? I don't get it. Well, to address, your chat, Dan, thank you so much, Game Night. To address that, the thing is, and yeah, we're definitely getting into it with like what the future is, and we're going to show what's going on. This just popped up because of the other super chat. I know you guys, that's why we do this live, and I respect everybody, the support and stuff. So I want to answer your questions when you put a chat in there and stuff like that. So like, we're talking about the Brazil one now because we just, that came up and I had that. But when you start looking at like what their future is and what they're going to do, and now let me get up Lunci's. Lunci just sent me the video because I wanna hear this one because I got all these numbers all over the place. Where's Amy in the Hood? I don't see her video. But yeah, let's have the numbers posted as we talk about this so you guys can see. Shout out to Zuby, and I got the charts too. But this is just a rough thing, so we'll get into more of the details of it. But let me just address, like so, instead of saying, like, wait. So game night. The honestly, you don't know why would I continue Magnus. The thing is I think Magnus is the escape. That is the panic button, or the pull in case of emergency. It's the fire alarm. It's like, don't break the red box until, break it now. Because Magnus is basically the strategy of what they've done with every one of their services and devices that have failed. We had Beam, which turned into Mixer. What happened? They shut it down. And they said, everybody go to Facebook Gaming. They just redirected people. They shut down channels. People were crying. People moved their audience over. They spent all that money on Ninja and Shroud to bring over. Look how much they're spending. They're really serious about Mixer. Mixer's a thing now because, look, they're buying them from Twitch. They thought throwing money at it. And guess what happened? They shut it down before it even could do anything. And at first, they started Mixer as something where, like, a homegrown type thing. And then they said, you know what? That's not fast enough. Similar to what they did with the studios. Well, let's try to homegrown these studios. Well, no, that's not fast enough. We got to start spending money. And what they did, they bought Activision, they bought Shroud, they bought Ninja, they bought Bethesda and ZeniMax. I've always said it. Ninja and Shroud moment is the Bethesda and Bethesda and Activision deal. They did the same exact thing with Mixer. And people were so happy that they were spending so much money to bring over Ninja and Shroud that they were so serious because they spent the money. People were doing the same thing. Why would Microsoft buy publishers if they wouldn't believe it was? Why would they do this? And exactly, they threw money at the problem, and now look what's happening. You can't even find them in Brazil. These consoles are just like, the brand is not stronger at all after they spent the money. Mixer wasn't stronger at all when they bought Ninja and Shroud. They got a little bump, a little like pat on the back, and then guess what? Microsoft couldn't sustain it. It wasn't fast enough. It didn't grow fast enough. And I said this before. When we looked at why Mixer, I always brought up that quote. We shut down Mixer because it wasn't growing at the rate it needed to do. And at the same time, we're watching Game Pass. It's not growing at the rate they need it to do. And Xbox is not growing at all. It's not moving people. They were supposed to have more people, more places everywhere. Dude, if you are everywhere, then why this is this? If you're making money end over fist, like, where's this? Magnus is their escape. Magnus is their, like, guys, hey, Xbox was a good run. Xbox will live on this thing. Here you go. It's a transition. And that's why I think they'll go ahead with it, because I don't even know how much they're investing in their own hardware. And if they do, it'll be like a boutique, a little thing. And they're probably going to defer people to, like, oh, if you want, we're going to have like a $1,500 or $1,000 Magnus. But if you want cheaper ones, HP's making one too. Oh, and Asus has one at $700, and HP got one at $600. Ours is going to be $1,000, just like the Surface. The Surface is a lot more money than for what's in it. But they try to make it a boutique item. So they're going to make a boutique Magnus to get people to go, reference device. And then all the OEMs are going to come under and go, okay, well, yeah, I'll do 800, 600, and then you'll have all that. They did the same thing with the VR, except Microsoft never invested in it. Well, they did. They made the what is it? What was their VR thing called? I forgot. It went away. What was their not the Oculus thing? What the hell was Microsoft's VR called? HoloLens. HoloLens 2 they made. Super expensive. Nobody could buy it. Tried it. It was not really ready for prime time. But then they made Samsung and all them make VR headsets. And guess what happened? Oh yeah, we're done with this. Wrap it up. No harm, no foul. OEMs lost money, but they're like backing out. We'll do the software. Yeah, we'll do software. And that's what Microsoft's going to do. They're going to say, we'll fix that full screen experience. That's going to be their focus. So that's why I think Magnus will continue, because it's basically their get out of transition whoever's left type thing. Even though it's going to create muddy water with subscriptions and backwards compatibility and all that other stuff. I don't know how they're going to do that. I think that's going to be a disaster. But thank you so much for the Super Chat Game Night. Glassdoor Gamer with the other 5, he goes, Microsoft doesn't keep low growth subsidiaries. I fear they're going to do something wholesale dumping. What IP should Sony buy? Glassdoor Gamer, that's a good question. I don't know. I think they are going to do some IP dumping. And if I was Sony, I would say buy that perfect dock. Get the perfect dock in there. Make Perfect Dark happen. That's what I would say, Glassdoor. Somebody make me my Perfect Dark game, please. Please. Somebody make me Perfect Dark, and please buy the Rare IP, Nintendo. Nintendo, buy all Rare back. Oh my God. Yo, what a day in the sun. Holy crap. You imagine if Nintendo buys Rare? Nintendo just takes Rare back from Microsoft. Yo, that will be a glorious day. That would be such a glorious day. Like, imagine if they're like, yeah, Rare's like, give it back. We're gonna do Conquer again on the Switch 2. We'll do real Banjo. We'll make a real Banjo game. Man, imagine that. I will love it. Because I said, and other people have said too, like, it's Microsoft became a Sunset Overdrive is another one. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, they hoarded all this IP, and it's under incompetence. And we're losing franchises and things because Microsoft, like Perfect Dark, like Crystal Dynamics wanted to finish Perfect Dark. And Microsoft said, no, we want to keep it. And it's like, why? What are you doing with it? Because I think what they're going to do is I don't know if they're going to dump it, Glassdoor, but I think what they're going to do is I think they're going to sell it. I think they're going to say, oh, you want to make this game? You want to make this game? Well, all right, we own the license, so we're going to make money on this game. And I think that's their strategy. That people will come knocking on their door so they could make the game, and like similar to what Battletoads was. Dahlia Studios. We want to make Battletoads. Microsoft didn't want to make Battletoads. Like, but Dahlia Studios came up to us and said, we'll make it. It's like, all right, here you go. We made money. Here's our IP. We get some cut of it because you're using IP, and then to do it. They'll license it out. I don't think they're going to sell it. I would love for them to sell it. But yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Data Wars. Sony did own Sunset Overdrive. They bought it back. Insomniac bought it back. I believe that, yes, they did. And we're talking about a remaster there. Craig Harris, member of 11 months. Let's get up the VIPs. Here we go. Cooking. We got them. We're on 4 now. Everybody renewing their VIPs. It's January, baby. He goes, Amy in the Hood told them to get ready for some cheek busting. I hope she used those words in the video. I want to say, like, I'm here for cheek busting. That's right. Thank you so much, Craig. I appreciate it. You're here for cheek busting. But yeah, dude, that's the thing. Always says Magnus is announced as a premium device so they can sell it without a subsidy. Yeah, exactly. They'll sell it. But look at these. Dude, and now once you see these numbers, let's put it in perspective, and then we'll get into more of the details. But they have here for their fiscal year, this is the holiday. Madonna, get in here. Holiday, celebrate. There's no celebration here, Madonna. Sorry. Holiday. This is the holiday. This was the Super Bowl of purchasing. All right? This is it. This is not the dead of the summer. Everybody's on vacation. Spring break in the snow. Everybody's on spring break. Everybody's now getting ready for Thanksgiving. Dude, this is Thanksgiving. This is October, November, December. Did anybody in the Grindhouse buy anything in those 3 months? Shout out to 150 people in here. Hit that like button. Share it out. Let's get 200 people in here. Hit that like button. Did you buy anything in those 3 months? October, I bet you did. We all did, because that's the holiday. If you didn't buy it for yourself, you bought it for a loved one, or for somebody. If you bought them an Xbox, you bought it for somebody you didn't like. You said, here's some coal, bitch. But this is where we are. The revenue, the company's fine. Even though AI bubble's about to burst. Satya was so panicking. He woke up on New Year's Day and he was like, please don't call us Microsoft. Please don't call us Microsoft. Please embrace AI, dude, because he's afraid. He knows that bubble. He knows it's coming. He knows that Doomsday is coming to Stutter and Satya. He knows. He's like, I can't be stuttering again. It's like, Satya, it's coming. It's coming, Stutter and Satya. He's like, oh, I used to stutter all the time, and then I was feeling good, and then I'm like,
everything that we are doing with our content, with our our cloud.
There you go. There you go. Good luck. He's like, I can't stutter in 2026. Yep, you're going back to it. He knows that bubble's coming, because then you're gonna see heads roll. You know. Yote, exactly. Jay Shield's like, yeah, I bought Yote. There you go. And I see YouTube has a I don't know, a little shield or something. Somebody got a shield on. Oh, that's what, remember, I got it too. Yeah, see, they always say, I bought 6 games and the friggin' DualSense Edge and the Pulse Elite. Yeah, exactly. We all bought stuff. D in the house. He goes, Borderlands 4, Silk Song in September. Dude. He's having 8th grade flashback. He's like, no, RPG. He's like, yeah. He's like, I can't do this year. We can't do it. The bubble's going to pop. So the company's doing fine because everybody still believes that the AI is going to carry them. That's where they got all this money and the growth and $4 trillion valuation. It's because they invested in them. But now Microsoft keeps going down the ladder of not used AI, ChatGPT, Google. Everybody's moving on up. And Xbox and Microsoft AI is going down. Nobody wants their dirty ass co-pilot. And guess what's going to happen? Heads are going to roll. D in the house. There he is. Love it. Goes, net income, they're doing fine. But here we go. Here we go. Cloud revenue, yeah, the cloud. Remember, that's their cloud. That's not Xbox gaming cloud. This is just their whole thing. But then look at the everything is going up. Everything is doing well. But then look at the look at the anchor. Xbox content and services revenue is down 5, and Xbox hardware, I always say it, how low can you go? Minus 32%. Well, they never put the thing on sale. It was hard to find. Yeah, Zuby misses some numbers. Zuby, get in here. Zuby, what's going on? Let me show you some numbers. We got the real number. Let's get some cooking numbers here. I wanted to see, where's the Amy in the Hood video? I want to see the Amy in the Hood. Where's Amy in the Lunchi? You said you sent it to me. Is this Amy in the Hood? Where's Amy in the Hood?
And in gaming.
Here we
revenue
go.
Decreased 9%.
Let's hear what Amy. Oh man, yo, Amy in the Hood. Get ready, yo. Get ready. We got everybody's ass. Phil Spencer's ass cheeks just puckered up. He's like, Amy in the Hood is talking. Let's see what she has to say about gaming, and then we're gonna go into the numbers. Let's hear what Amy in the Hood. First off, she's gonna present now. Their revenue declined 3% in gaming. The cost of revenue declined 8% in lower hardware, driven by lower hardware sales. Oh, man. Their revenue is getting hurt because they're not selling consoles. Let's see. I got to hear Amy in the Hood. Let's hear Amy in the Hood.
And in gaming. Revenue decreased 9% and 10% in constant currency. Xbox content and services revenue decreased 5% and 6% in constant currency and was below expectations, driven by first-party content with impact across the platform. Operating expenses increased 6% and 5% in constant currency, driven by the impairment charges in our gaming business noted earlier, as well as R&D investments in compute capacity and AI talent. Now, moving to our Q3 outlook, which, unless specifically noted otherwise, is on a U.S. dollar basis. In Xbox content and services, we expect revenue to decline in the mid-single digits against a prior year comparable that benefited from strong content performance, partially offset by growth in Xbox Game Pass. And hardware revenue should decline year over year. And in gaming.
Holy shit. Yo, she couldn't read that shit fast enough. She's like, oh, man. She's like, did you get all that? Oh, man. Game Pass growth, Phil.
Let's talk about Game Pass a little bit more, since that's a big bet for Microsoft. How many subscribers do we have now? And it does seem like a really good deal for the consumer, but what about the Microsoft investor? How is this a moneymaker for Microsoft?
Our last public number was 25 million subscribers that we've talked about.
We get an update?
Not right here, but
And we still never get an update, Phil. Dude, any little blip, they're like, oh, well, we had a little bit of it, but it was offset by Game Pass not growing. Oh, man, yo, she read that, no pause. She read this.
And in gaming, revenue decreased 9%.
She's like, she read through this slide going, humming. Oh, no, she read through that slide like a blazing speed. She didn't even ask for time for questions. Amy in the Hood, she went in there. She's like, oh man, she was all weekend. She's like, oh, I gotta present this friggin' slide. Yo, they're gonna roast me. Let's read this thing fast. She's like, and all I heard was, you know what, Grinders? Let's have a little game here. I'm gonna ask you in the chat. This is a fun game here. 160 people in here. Hit that friggin' like button. I don't know how many people. I want 100 likes. We're cooking. Grinders, I want to hear some Let's guess. But I don't want you to look at the slide. We're going to play a gaming grindhouse game. How many times does the word decline come up in this 45 clip? I want numbers in the chat. How many times do we hear the word decline? I want guesses of numbers. So we're going to give you some thinking music while you come up with how many times we'll hear the word decline in this 45-second presentation of gaming across all Microsoft. All right? So let's give you some thinking music as you think about a number of how many times the word decline was said.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. Games are coming fast. 12 minutes and Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like El Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Match 2 ground, Truman Dune. Cause they're all on Game Pass.
All right, thinking music is done. Lock in your numbers. I don't want to see any duplicates. Lock in your numbers, grinders. We're going to let it play, and we'll do an Xbox Phil Nest for every time we hear the word decline and see what the final number is. All-time classic. That's right, Don John Sean. Okay, let's hear.
And in gaming, revenue decreased 9% and
Decreased.
Xbox no, Phil Des.
That's one.
Well,
10% in constant currency. Xbox content and services revenue decreased 5% and
That's
Xbox
2.
no, Phil Des. Well,
6% in constant currency, and was
You're
below
my number one
expectations driven by
customer.
first-party content with impact across the platform. Operating expenses increased 6% and 5% in constant
Well, operating expenses increased. Dude, that's not something you want to increase. Operating expenses increased. All right, so we have 2 now.
currency, driven by the impairment charges in our gaming business noted earlier, as well as R&D investments in compute capacity and AI talent.
AI talent and compute capacity increased their expenses. What? What AI horse shit you talking about?
Now, moving to our Q3 outlook, which, unless specifically noted otherwise, is on a U.S. dollar basis. In Xbox content and services, we expect revenue to decline in the
Xbox no.
It's
Phil Des.
3.
Well,
mid-single digits against a prior year comparable that benefited from strong content performance, partially offset by growth in Xbox Game Pass. And hardware revenue should decline year over year. And in gaming,
Xbox no,
Is
Phil Des.
What's that? Was that 5? We got 5 times. AI got talent. Dude, I don't know what AI talent you're talking about. No, I think that's 5. Who got 5? Who had 5? Circle gets the square. Let's see. We got Lucci with 5. We have a winner. We have a winner. Who else got 5? Let's see. We had 5 in there. Let's go. We got to get our count here at the Gaming Grindhouse. Lucci with 5. BZ with a 5. Dude, RPG said 8. BV changed his number to 6. Oh, BV lost. Oh, man, I said no doubles. Forzun said 8. Josh said 7. BV then changed to 9. BV, no. Jay Shield at 15. Mango got 17. 17. Hero Jackson just missed it with a 6. Diablo Dogmata said 18. DOA had said 7. Dad of War said 32. RPG said, I'll take 8 for 500, Bob. What? Wah, wah, wah. Gotta give him. Sir. I'm sorry, RPG. That is, Ybbara. No. Oh, man, he tried. BV was going all over the place. He kept hitting that buzzer. BV was like this. 5, 6, this is 7. Diablo Dogmata said 5. I'm sure. Did that, sir? Did we get that in time? Hold on. I gotta go to the tapes. Diablo. Hold on. Did Diablo Dogmata get that in? Blackfire Gaming said 6. 1 off. Sorry, Diablo. You submitted your answer late after the music. So our winner here is the first one is Lucci Sky. You win. We have our winner. Guessed 5 right off the bat. Grinders, as Kratos said, don't be sorry, be better. So there you go. D with the 10. He goes, Diablo, you came in after the buzzer. The buzzer. Circle gets the square. D with the 10. He goes, What is Xbox Fusion? It's Boomstick, just randomly appending words to Xbox now, dude. Yo, Boomstick got so crazy that even Bootleg Jez was calling out Boomstick. It was like he put the B in bootleg. It's craziness. It is craziness. It's crazy. When you got two bootlegs fighting each other, it's like bum fights. I don't know what the hell is going on there. But Jez is like, that's not what I said. And Boomstick's like, this is what I said. I'm like, oh shit, bum fights. Get the cameras. Get the cameras. Xbox bum fights. What's going on here? I don't know what they're fighting about. They're fighting about fake news. I don't know what's going on. Who's hyping Xbox more? It's like, I hyped it more. You didn't hype it. I did it. You didn't. I did it. It's like, who's hyping? There's nothing to hype about. It's bum fights in back alley. What are we doing here? I don't know what's going on. So in the world of 5 declines, listen, we got Amy in the Hood roasting people, man. She read that thing super fast. But let's see exactly. So let's see. Here we go. Where are my other numbers? So here we go. Xbox revenue is down. And this is the wait, we're going to talk about how down it is. Overall, 9%. Content and services, 5%, which is their games and their cloud and their Game Pass. Hardware down 32%. And then it brought up more personal computing, what Xbox is in, even saw a 3% revenue decline. The only segment without growth in the entirety of the personal computing, that's including friggin' even Bing. Bing's ass is in there too. Gaming is the main reason mentioned in the slides that brought down everything. How do you decline? This is what it looks like. Like, look at this. How? Search and news advertising. Windows OEM and devices even grew 1%. Windows OEMs. That means PC sales. Gaming, Xbox content services 5, down from 6. In a prior year, dude, these are pennies. All that for a drop of blood. They spent $80 billion. Before the 5%, the 5%, they were at zeros. Hardware revenue declined. I don't understand. How much lower can it go before it's like negative numbers? We've had like 2-3 years straight of Xbox negative hardware. I don't understand it. How much negative can you go? And it's not like it started with a boom and now it's been declining over the years. It never had a boom. It's just been like, eh. And then it's like, boom, boom, boom. And years upon quarters upon quarters upon quarters upon quarters. Minuses, 0. And they're never even like at 0. They're like -10, -20, -40. Yo, how low? But when you put it in perspective, when you look at these numbers in perspective, and this is where I'm not going to get into the financing. I'm not no friggin' finance major, but listen. Content and services. Hardware, we know the stores are not stocking it. People are not buying it. The hardware was overpriced. They marked it up right twice in the same year. It's done. That's another segment that we'll cover with the hardware. And we already talked about it early, Magnus. But content and services, down 5%. All right. We're talking about October, November, and December. Grinders, we're talking about Call of Duty. We're talking about Ninja Gaiden 4. We're talking about Outer Worlds 2. And then we're talking about the Lighthouse game. They dropped 4 games in that quarter. First-party games. And not only that, but those games were everywhere. And that's including PlayStation. There's nowhere else to go. It was on cloud. It was on PC. It was in the Windows Store with Play Anywhere. It was on PlayStation day 1. It was on Steam day 1. These games were everywhere. Call of Duty, the biggest game, Ninja Gaiden 4, Outer Worlds 2, and Lighthouse. It's an indie, but again, they released 4 games in that quarter on everything. It wasn't just like on Xbox and we're gonna put it elsewhere later. No, it was everywhere. And their content and services is down 5%. Growth in Game Pass, game sales. Do the game sales even drive the hardware anymore? No. But that is some real shit in the sense that all that happened in the time when people are buying and spending the most, the holiday. And these are the numbers they came up with. We're releasing 4 games, and that's including Call of Duty. Keeper, thank you. Oh, Keeper was not released on PS5. Oh, there's the missing percentage. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Jack was making sure, fact checking. Thank you, Jack. Keeper on PlayStation would have made these numbers, but no, thank you. Keeper wasn't released on PS5. I'm sure it'll be this year. Oh, and Flight Sim went also, thank you, in December. That's right, Flight Sim came out on PlayStation. Flight Sim also was released on PlayStation. So if you go back to just 4 games, there you go. Wow, outside gaming, I read my mind. If you just go back to just 4 games, right? And go back to it. I said, and I think we all said it, PlayStation is not going to bail that. This was a Band-Aid on a wound. You're putting Band-Aid on a leak and it's coming out somewhere else. I said before, PlayStation will not save the shit that Xbox is in. You know, they may get little bumps and see Forza Horizon sell and pat each other on the back and dump a whole bunch of games on there. But they are so in it and so dire and so bad with how bad they are and how much they spent to get these numbers. That's the craziest thing, too. They spent $80 billion, and these are the numbers they're seeing 2 years later. $80 billion they spent. That's what they spent, and these are the numbers they're getting. They were supposed to save Activision, save gaming.
Another one.
They spent $80 billion to get these numbers. They were getting these numbers. They were doing better numbers when they didn't spend all the money. Now they spent all the money, and now they're losing worse. Yeah, she said they called out their first party. She's not hiding anything. She showed them in the slide. She's like, they're not babying Xbox anymore. They have to. They spent $80 billion. They came to the table. Phil has a seat at the table. He has a seat at the table. Yeah, but guess what? Flight Sim came out on PlayStation, but the VR was not supported yet. Oh yeah, again, coming in hot. There's too many games. And I said this before too. When you see Ninja Gaiden as well, you want to put your games on PlayStation and Nintendo? Well, you're fighting with other competition. You're not just fighting with third party, failed Ubisoft, never go full Ubisoft, or you're fighting with their own IP. You're putting your games out. You got to look, Yote's coming out. Oh my God, this game's coming out. This game sells a lot on PlayStation. This one's selling on Nintendo. Metroid is coming out. Like, you can't be putting games out. Like, your games have to be up to the par of their exclusives if you want to put your game next to a Nintendo or PlayStation game. You can't be putting that up there. You can't be putting that up there and going, well, we'll add it later. Trust us. Here's a roadmap. We'll add it later. No. And none of this stuff. Avowed on PlayStation, Flight Sim on PlayStation, even Halo on PlayStation. Gears came out on PlayStation last year. Like, the numbers are not doing anything. They're not budging. And if they do grow, they're growing by a percentage, a penny. They're moving up a little bit. There's no game changers in here. That's right. And when Amy Hood calls out first party, and what's crazy, Jack, Microsoft put out games. We were criticizing them when they said, wait for E3. We were criticizing them when they said, oh, you know what? No games. Now they're putting out games and the numbers are not doing anything because they have just messed up so bad with bad decisions. And again, we're sitting here. You think Fable is going to blow up the pages? Dude, Fable going to satisfy a couple of people that love Fable on Xbox 360 and call it a day. PlayStation guys will be like, what the fuck's a Fable? Because Fable, if you remember, Fable didn't end strong. Once Molyneux left, Fable was like made to friggin' Kinect game. And then a 5-on-1. Like Fable didn't have that resonance, like, oh my God, Fable's back. And especially on PlayStation. Think about who Fable? Who this? Especially if it comes out anywhere near the holidays. Holiday! Nobody. Oh, Fable. It's going to satisfy a few loyal Xbox fans that love themselves some Fable. And maybe it meets their expectations. But what? That's it. It's not going to move needles. Halo Remastered. Maybe a bunch of PlayStation guys get it just because it's the first Halo coming to PlayStation as like a significant moment. But it's not going to sell consoles on Xbox because everybody who wants to play that again? They're like, and they're getting in Game Pass again. They're just sitting around getting stuff on Game Pass. Where's the engagement? Content and services, subscribers. What did you think was going to happen when you raised the prices, Microsoft? What did you think was going to happen when you raised the prices on hardware? And like I said, and the way they're talking about it, they are sunsetting this thing. And already, I can't believe the year started. And one of my predictions was that we're going to start hearing how the sunset is going to begin. Rumors of like they're not manufacturing Xboxes that much anymore. And I think it's going to ramp up as we get closer to what a Project Magnus reveal or something along those lines. We're going to start hearing how they're winding down the console because they're just going to be like they're winding it down. And I'm going to be very interested to see what they decide to do with the next Xbox. Are they bringing these games over? Or are they just going to abandon them like they abandoned their fans? And it's disgusting that this is their 25th year anniversary and the brand is unrecognizable. Craziness. And then you come here. So Lucci says DMs. Let's see what Lucci got in here. This is more Amy in the Hood.
Increased 9% and 10% in constant currency. Xbox.
So wait, let's look at with the chart that she's presenting. So I think it's crazy too that their operating expenses grew 6%, driven by impairment charges in their gaming business. Impairment charges. Now, I'm not a business person, but what is an impairment charge? Let's look that up, grinders. Maybe, I'm sure you guys know. Somebody knows. But let's look what impairment charges. An impairment charges is an account write-off, reducing an asset's value on the balance sheet when its book value exceeds its fair value, signaling a permanent loss and recoverable value due to factors like poor performance or market changes. So there it is. That's what it's an impairment charge. So driven by impairment charges in their gaming business. So account write-offs. And just permanent loss. It's signaling a permanent loss and recoverable value due to factors like poor performance. Common impairment assets include goodwill, inventory, intangible assets, reflecting economic realities. Oh, shit. Yo. So, yeah. I don't know if studio closures are in that. Let me see impairment charges in gaming. I don't even know. What would that be? An impairment charge in gaming is when fair market value. So, impairment charges in the gaming industry are now that says the gaming business. So it's not, let me see, in gaming business. Again, I'm not here giving us business lessons. Impairment charges in the gaming business are non-cash expenses recorded when an asset book value exceeds its fair market value due to underperforming game titles, failed acquisitions, or outdated technology. So that's what it says, fair impairment charges in gaming business. So there you go. Underperforming game titles. Can anybody say?
Black Ops 6, day one Game Pass.
Black Ops 6,
clean, right? Like,
some people said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room have probably been.
But it says underperforming game titles. That the asset, the book value exceeds the fair market value. So there you go. Yeah, where's Folky? Folky, get in here! I got AI Folky. I got AI here. And I'm not using Copilot bullshit. I'm using my Gemini. There we go, cooking. So their operating expenses grew. So your operating expenses grew. All your other stuff is declined. Your revenue declined. Or your revenue declined in the whole segment. Declined 3%, driven by gaming. She says it right there, blaming gaming for the 3% down in more personal computing. And that was offset by search and news. Bing is offsetting the failure of gaming. Who would have thought that in 2026? Bing will be saving Xbox. Craziness. But their operating expenses grew. And it says R&D investments in compute capacity and AI talent. Yo. So they're investing in some AI. Dude, that's their write-off, whatever the hell that is. Gaming. Yeah, that's right. So, that's right. Let Real Jazz cook. Game over Cholo. What's up, man? Operating income declined 3%. Down year-over-year. The operating margins were relatively unchanged as higher operating expenses were mostly offset by higher gross margins. So look at this whole thing. This is their quarters. Like, look what's going on here. Their revenue declined from the previous year. Look, they were 14.7. Now they're 14.3. And then that their operating income declined as well. So they're operating. So yeah, it's. But look how it even was throughout the year. That's what I mean. Look at the relative. This is what I mean when I say the holiday. That's the biggest segment. Fiscal year Q2. That is the holiday. That's, you see, relative to the rest of the year. Look, Q3, Q4, Q1. You're talking about January, February, March. The ice storm, the ice age, what we're in right now. January, February, March. Nobody spending money. That's always the lowest because everybody spent it all the quarter before. Then you got the spring breakers. Spring break, you get taxes. It was spring or stop buying money. Then you got summer vacations, and then you got the summer vacation here, and people are starting to come back and start in the fall, September, and then you got the big month. So you see, like, if this is how bad it is now in the highest quarter, like, what? It's not going to get better. Avowed putting in on PlayStation, like, these are little moves that are just, I don't know, paying the electricity bill. Because these moves that they've done, like, think about how much they shifted for this. Especially last year. Like, right before fiscal year 2025, it was just 4 games, grinders. It was just 4 games. And then we found out about Janky Jones.
The buried treasure is gemstones of juice.
Think about how much they're gaming, and this is their segment, right? This is more personal computing. This is not gaming. So this is search and Windows and stuff like OEMs and stuff. So this is not gaming. They heaven forbid they show what gaming is by itself. This is all of them, but it's driven down because of gaming. And when that's happening, you know what they're gonna say. Satya gonna be walking in going, "Take it away!" He's done. Like, what is the future? When does Stutter and Satya and just come in and go, dude, it's hurting our whole entire personal computing segment. Gaming is bringing it down. Think about, we would have had growth if it wasn't for gaming driving it down because everything else was doing fine. And if you think about it, Dusty Bin canceled his Game Pass sub after you saw the numbers? What happened? Dusty Bin. He's Sarah didn't come back from Target. But think about how much money they spent. $80 billion in studios and acquisitions and acquisition season. Josh Groban.
Grab your control.
$80 billion.
Time to compete. Xbox, take your seat.
$80 billion they spent. Think about how much has went on.
Then we'll spend more cash, make
80
ourselves complete.
billion.
Yeah. We need $80 billion. Gotta make a splash. To be relevant, we'll go all out, no holding back. Led by Philness and Booty.
$80 billion. They spent the whole entire year of 2025 with the biggest pivot seen since a ballerina doing a puree or whatever they call it, spinning around on a foot. My goodness, doing a ballerina spinning around. They did the biggest spin around with first 4 games at the end of 240-25 to it's all coming. How drastic that was, and it amounted to nothing, 2 losses, especially during the holiday. It didn't drive anything. So where is this thing here? Hold on, where's my bookmarks here? Tom Warren. And there's Tim Dog jumping in. That quarter also had the ROG Ally X. And the full screen experience was also released on all devices. Microsoft's ecosystem was unpacked. Zipper pulled down, package out. Pause, Phil. The whole strategy they've been building up all year. The whole strategy, the full screen experience, the new Xbox, the ROG. Phil.
Seen Xbox hardware. Our Xbox Ally in.
Our Xbox Ally. The Ally came out. The full screen experience exclusive to the Ally was released on every computer, PC, desktop, laptops, handhelds, anything you could think of. The full screen Xbox experience tab, controller friendly, I think mode, it all came out. Dude, it was zip, boof. All out. In the same quarter. Now, yes, ROG hardware sales is not going to affect Xbox. It's not going to affect Microsoft numbers. Maybe in the OEM thing, maybe that's where with the OEM stuff. But engagement in their games, engagement in their software, their ecosystem, their cloud, their Xbox store, all that stuff was there for the taking. It was revealed. Think about how much they did for nothing, for less than. That's the craziest thing. Tom Warren goes on to say this. He says here, Microsoft blames gaming for the overall revenue decline. They blame gaming. They used to not talk about gaming. Now they're blaming it. They're blaming gaming. Like, this is something crazy. Xbox content and services in 2025 actually peaked in January, March, holiday quarter. They barely made any more money than in April and June. Dude, that is crazy. Look at these numbers. This is like, we don't want to have, I don't know if this is his numbers or whatever the hell it is, but yo, this is the holiday. Look at what they did. Like, I don't know. This must be his number. I'm not following this guy. I don't know what his numbers are. He's mugging up fucking charts. He has some sort of guidance. I don't know who that guy is with his numbers. And then just for something, for chicken soup for the soul, Windows Gaming Central, or Bootleg Jez Central, Resident Evil Village has Play Anywhere. Resident Evil Requiem does not. Why are publishers so ambivalent to one of Xbox's only remaining unique selling points? And can Xbox fix it? Dude, I told you, the whole Play Anywhere, the whole thing, this whole thing is not going to do anything. It is so convoluted that hell, Mike Ybbara had to come out and be like, yo, PC and Xbox are 2 different platforms, as much as some might want to say they're the same. So let us use Rockstar as an example. They sold millions of copies of GTA 5 on console, then sold millions on PC, including millions of people on console buying the game again on PC. Why would anyone put that revenue at risk? Sure, it's a nice feature for some to buy once and play on both, but it won't scale, nor will it ever get broad support. It already has been out for years with minimal impact. Holy crap!
Like Zoinks. Another
Dude,
one.
Windows Game Central, do you want to see a dead body? Somebody want to see a dead body?
Hey, Shaggy, grab a bucket and some lights.
Yo!
Rub off my tires. There's fucking dog shit all over by the entrance.
Supposed to be picking up scrap.
You'll be picking up your teeth in another
Yo, we gotta see. Everybody saw the movie Stand By Me. They're like, you want to go see a dead body? Yo, Mike Ybbara just laid him out. He's like, he took the one dude at Windows Central with bootleg Jez trying to save something here, going, why is nobody using it? He just came in there. It's like, yo, Mike Ybbara said they're down to their last mans. Oh shit, yo. Mike Ybbara said, yo, I'm taking out that last man. Poking with a stick. He taking out bootleg Jez at the knees. Dude, knee buckling. He gave him to sweep the leg. That's right. Dude. Yo, Mike Ybbara, he got told to sweep the leg. They're like, yo, he's down to one man's. They're down to bootleg Jez, the last one standing there for Windows Gaming Central. Ybbara, they're like this, like, sweep the leg. He goes, I will. Sweep the Man, Mike Ybbara taking bootleg is like, yo, he's in the streets. He's living out of a cardboard box and goddamn garbage pails. And Mike Ybbara just came over and just kicked his house. He's like, yo, wake up! Wake up! He goes, fatality. Dude, he friggin', yo, he's taking out Windows Central at the knees. They're like, dude, they're down to one man. He's like, yo, finish him. Finish him. He looked at Shao Kahn. Finish him. They only have one left. Sweep the leg. End this now. Call them Steam Central. It's over. Take them out. Windows Gaming is no more. Bootleg. Well, the guy's a bootleg writer. He tries to manipulate you. He pretends to be a blogger sometimes, and he tries to then become a rumor mill person, and then he says he's a journalist. Just be careful. He's like the Shang Tsung of the thing where he has multiple things. He tries to protect himself. Sweep the leg. 18th sensible member, 27 months. He goes, how the fuck do I rejoin my bit? What? Never left, so I don't need 2 memberships? Yo, AK, I don't know what's going on there, but I can't help with that. But thank you for updating your VIPs. And shout out to you, man. We add you up there. I don't know what's going on with the billing over there, but shout out to you. We're at the 5. We're cooking over there. The OA member of 3 months, baby. He goes, I bet news outlets will read these charts and come up with some gaming industries cook bullshit. Nope. Gaming is not doing great. It's just Xbox syncing. Gaming is doing great. It's just Xbox syncing. Yo, amen. Exactly. They try it. They try to do it all the time. Like, oh, well, console sales are not doing well. But no. I think we solved that right here. Where we got a Dusty Bin. Dusty Bin gave you. Oh wait, here you go.
Was Xbox absolutely abysmal? Was Xbox absolutely abysmal? Was Xbox absolutely?
I knew that sound clip was going to come in handy all year.
Was Xbox absolutely abysmal?
We got him.
Was Xbox?
Everybody doing good.
Abysmal.
Dusty Bin made sure he tells. You know, he told us right here. Here it is. He tried.
Long story short, in the hardware business, Switch 2, it's doing quite well. It's doing great. PlayStation, it's about where the PlayStation 4 was. Xbox, absolutely abysmal, which kind of evens out the whole console hardware market, meaning, you know, Nintendo and PlayStation have grown, Xbox has shrunk, and, you know, everything's kind of where it was.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, everybody doing fine except Xbox is shitting on the bed. Exactly. The 3 guys carrying the couch. The 3 guys carrying the couch. Video games are down. And no, man. There were 3 people carrying a couch, and one just said, I'm leaving. And the PlayStation and Nintendo are trying to hold up the rest of the couch without the third person. man. And then we got Mike Ybbara out there sweeping the leg. He's like, yo, I'm going to make sure I'll take care of this. He's on the ropes. He's on the ropes. You know. And no one's crazy. Mike Ybbara was there. 27, dude. He knows that this whole play anywhere thing was a thing. He was there. This thing was from 2017, grinders. Play anywhere. I got the original videos. 2016, 2017, this play anywhere was that. It was never a thing, and it never will be a thing. He says here, it won't scale, nor will be ever broad support. We read all the games in play anywhere. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? I read you the games. We went through the games. These are the games that they're supporting there. It was like, you're back again. There were some weird-ass games. We went through them all. Play anywhere. Like look at this clown. Like holding down the phone. Like, Resident Evil is play anywhere, but then it's not. It's like, dude, cry me a friggin' river. Cry me a friggin' river, dude. Yeah, it's all mismanaged. It's all over the friggin' place. There's no consistency. They said the consistency is going to be them putting games on PlayStation. Like, come on, man. Like, where is it? Did I, where's my thing? Dusty been trying, they're not going to it. They're going to try to spin it around. Where is it? Was this it? No. Hold on. It was the one I did last week. It was this one. Yeah. Do we remember? What's play anywhere? We're gonna do Grindhouse Inception right here. We went through the play anywhere list. Here they are. These are the games that Microsoft's giving out. Buy once, play anywhere. Here they are. You want to hear them? X. A game about digging a hole. Grinders, you better make sure that that's play everywhere. A game about digging a hole. We got Cyberpunk Hacker. Oh, sorry, expansion. Detective Rainy Night. Dome Keeper. A great favorite here at the Gaming Grindhouse. Dun Jungle. And one that I know is a favorite of a lot of you. Fast Food Master 2025. Please, I'll make sure that has to be play anywhere. But not when you get to Froggo Deluxe. Froggo Deluxe, bitch. Dude, game of the year. Windows Jelly Call Worlds was a close second to game of the year, Froggo. Froggo, knocked it out of the park, man. But Jelly Call Worlds, dude, that was right up that. Mario Kart was sweating bullets when Jelly Call Worlds. Jelly Call Worlds, buy once, play twice. Like, oh no! It's like, yeah, Jelly Call, bitch. Oh man, a Legend of Princess Lyra. I was almost, my ass cheeks puckered up a little bit when I saw the Legend of. I'm like, what? The Legend of Zelda? Oh, not the Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Princess Lyra. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, I got everybody excited. I thought that was Bootleg Jazz got the nerve to call about Resident Evil Village. So sorry, everybody. Resident Requiem. Sorry, the Legend of Lyra. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. That game is pretty damn good. I'm glad that's in there. A game about shitting yourself. Montezuma's Revenge. The 40th anniversary edition. Shitting itself for 40 years. Incredible. Montezuma's Revenge. What are these games, dude? These are the games that want play anywhere. This was on their post. They posted this last week about all these bangers. Because Resident Evil Requiem doesn't. Why are publishers so ambivalent of the one of Xbox's unique things? Play anywhere. So you buy the game on one device and you get to play it on. So you buy it on Xbox, you get it on PC Windows Store. You buy it on PC Windows Store, you get it on Xbox. That's why Mike Ybbara dropping facts. He said, let's see a dead body. He's like, I'm going to take out the last person at Windows Central Gaming. He says it's a nice feature, but it's not going to go to scale of support. Dude, these are the games that are supporting it. These are the games they just announced for January. Revenge, 40 years of shitting yourself. Absolutely incredible. Gotta be play anywhere. Gotta be. I gotta be sure that that game you play on the toilet. Montezuma's Revenge, 40th anniversary, shitting himself 40 years. You got to play that on the toilet. That has to be handheld. I got to make sure that I buy that game on Xbox and I get on my handheld because when I'm having Montezuma's Revenge, I got to be playing Montezuma's Revenge. Octopath Traveler, we know that one. Odd Sparks, an automation adventure about cars. Pinball Jam. Oh man. Portables. We love those portables. That we know that's on. You know who loved this portable? Wait a second. Portables. That is one of the Grindhouse favorites here because we have our ball analyzer himself, True Virgil, in the house. Portables.
Goggle my balls in your jaw. This is the remix. This is the remix.
Yo, and see these games? Recipe of Love, Rhythm Doctor. Dude, this is exactly what Ybbara is saying. These are the play anywhere games. These are the ones that they're mobile games. Dude, I want to, you know what? I don't even want to I don't even want to derail this. But dude, I gotta see something. Hold on. I gotta see something. Let me see. Do they even have a play anywhere? I don't even think they even have a play anywhere section. Do they even have it in the store? Because maybe if you hit Xbox Play Anywhere. No, they don't. They don't even have. Is in the Xbox app? They don't even have a section in the store in the gaming section for Xbox Play Anywhere. I'm not even seeing it. Like I don't even see like maybe they have it as listed. Here is Xbox Play Anywhere. There we go. Yeah, look what they put. Look what they put in the first few rows. Their games, and then we get into the good ones. Then these are the games out of there. Fallout, Jesus, Eternal Strands, Firewatch. Like there's some majority of their games. Gotham Knights. Oh Jesus, who spends $70 on Gotham Knights now? My God, $70. Human Fall Flat, Candyland. This is the thousands of games that they got there. They got a handful. Majority of their games. Where are the big publishers? Here's Resident Evil 2. But those are the games they added. I want to know what... Dude, oh, look at this. This is not 1,000 games, Microsoft. Where are the 1,000 games? Oh, you also gave me the 50 of the ones that are in there. Where's the thousands? You say thousands of games. Why does it stop here? Where's Portables? I want Portables!
Another one.
Xbox can't compete as they are getting washed in consoles.
Where's Portables?
Crushed in clouds.
Where are the balls? I want to buy Portables. I can't find it. Where is Portables? I gotta find Portables. I gotta search. I'm searching for Portables. 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 There it is. $3. Holy shit, yo, Cant, yo. Oh man, Portables. Oh man. Oh, here's Snaky Snakes. These are $3. Froggo. I found them. Dude, they're $3 games. Holy shit, yo. What the fuck? Microsoft is putting $3 games in Play Anywhere and putting it on an Xbox Wire article. Are you kidding me? These are $3 games. Oh my God. There they all are. Slime Boo, dude. These are all the games that were added. Oh shit, yo. Snaky Snakes, Froggo Deluxe. There they are. What the fuck? What the This is what's in Play Anywhere. This was the announcement. Oh shit, they got an Xbox logo. Oh shit! What the doing? Buy once, play everywhere. What the This was the announcement? Oh man, this is bootleg Frogger. We got bootleg Frogger. Yo, he's running on the waters. What the Wait a Whoa, wait a second. Wait, yo, Froggo. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Whoa. Slow this down. Wait a second. If this is Froggo, it's supposed to be Frogger, right? Froggo, this is the fucking deluxe. This is the deluxe package. This is not Froggo. You remember Froggo from a year ago. This is Froggo Deluxe. Listen, let's not crap on the art style, but Jesus, let's talk about the gameplay. They got lily pads that you're supposed to jump on to cross the river. Let's see what happens in Froggo. You should jump on the lily pads, right? Let's see. Hey, what the fuck? Wait a second. Do you mean that I don't need the lily pads? I just jump over the wall? Like, yo, what kind of like shit is this? If you're gonna make a Frogger game, I need to jump on the lily pad to cross the river. What is that? How's he just jumping on the river? What is broken ass game? What is this? What is this shit? It's not even a real Frogger game. Where's Digital Foundry? Where the fuck is Digital Foundry? They gotta be screen capping this shit. Where's Digital Foundry? Where's my zoom in of 30? Fuck, I'm doing Digital Foundry. Where's the zoom in 100%? Dude be walking on water. What is this? Where's the fuck? What the fuck? Yo!
Pass is fucking raw shit.
What is this?
Raw chicken.
Froggo.
It's raw. Fucking raw. They look raw. Raw, Carol. Fucking raw. Raw. Fuck off. And by the way, it's raw.
Like, excuse me. Like, you could just walk on the water. It doesn't matter about the lily pads. This was their announcement. $3. Oh, freaking logo on it. Oh my god. Yo, here's porta balls. Let me see some balls. This is what I was looking for. Porta balls. Get these balls in here. This is what's gonna change. This is what the game change is gonna be. Why is nobody taking advantage of the Play Anywhere program? They are. Here they are. Yo, they didn't have a video. Oh, is this a video here? No, that's not video. Porta balls. I want to see some porta balls. Snaky Snakes, you got a video? They got not. What the? These are $3 games. This is what they put in their announcement. Nobody reviewed this yet. Yo, shit. And it released in December. Yeah, Janky Jones release date on this one. Snaky Snakes. Let's see if this is fun. Look at that fucking logo. Oh man, from the people who made you Froggo Deluxe, brings you now Snaky Snakes. Where's Jeff Keighley? Keighley, get this shit on your show. Maybe you can ruin another game with your hype meter. Yo, 4 levels. Hey, it's $3. Yo. Buy them once, play everywhere. These will run great on your ROG Ally. Yo. That is some wild. So there you go. You got Bootleg Jez crying up here. Why aren't publishers taking Xbox? Because, dude, look at what they are. It's the $3 games, dude. It's they got the Phil Spencer face on that RPG. I don't know what's going on, but yo, shout out to AK Do Sensible. He sorted it out and he did the 20 bomb. Thank you, Duke Sensible. Hooking them up. Get those members in here. And then because he did that, let's go. Let's go. I said I will gift. Here comes the grind wing. I'm sending them out to you. Now we're cooking. Ride that choo-choo. Get in there. Music. Streams. VIPs in the house. Now we're cooking. Made your promise and make your promise. There we go. Gifting them out, baby. Snaky Snakes. But there you go. My goodness. But granted, it's like, Like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? Oh, and shout out to who was I had another one too while I was going and I was watching Ybbara. Ybbara distracted me with the dead body. And Ron MC with the one VIP shot. He got everybody riled up in here. That's what Ron M started it. He said the one VIP. He's like, let me start cooking. Oh man, he got a green choo-choo train up there. But yeah, like I was Mike Ybbara saying, yo, Grindhouse, check out this dead body. I was like, oh shit, sorry about that. What is going on with, don't tell me Dusty Bin is doing something. What's Dusty Bin doing? Who's tagging me? But you want to know while Snaky Snakes is going into play anywhere. Well, Xbox revenue is down and overall content. Somebody sent me what's going on with Dusty Bin. I don't know what's going on with Dusty Bin. Well, all this stuff was going downhill. You know what's happening, dude. You could write it. What do you think is happening?
We hope you don't mind another video, but this one is from a very good friend of mine at Xbox.
Congratulations to the New York Video Game Critics Circle on 15 years of the New York Video Game Awards. I've had the privilege of spending time with students and creators that have gone through the program, and it's amazing how you've created pathways for the next generation of creators. Playing with Purpose is such an amazing opportunity. I've spent personal time there, and it's something that really does set the foundation for the future of this industry. So again, congratulations on 15 years. What an amazing accomplishment.
But for mentoring our students, I know it means a lot to them.
Phil Spencer's mentoring students.
And they, when Reggie comes to mentor and Phil comes to mentor, they remember that years ahead on. Kamari still talks about when you came to DreamYard. So yeah. So and Phil, we look forward to you mentoring our students again this year. You always do an awesome job.
Yo, Phil Spencer is a side job. He's like, yo, I'm gonna do some mentoring. I'm gonna start teaching some students about the Phil Ness. Dude, he walk in there and he's just like,
Xbox, no. Phil Ness.
all right.
Well,
Let me tell you something about how to bullshit your boss. Let me talk about something. Phil Spencer's first lesson of mentoring. Here he goes. Sits down with the students. Hold on. Students, are you seated now? I am mentor Phil Spencer. I am here now to teach the class in Phil Ness. Phil Ness 101. Let me sit down. Open your books, please, to page 5. And let me start with today's lesson.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games.
What a lecture, Phil. Did everybody get those notes? Phil Spencer, Phil Ness 101. Great games don't matter. So that is today's lesson in gaming development and playing with purpose program. Just want to let everybody know that great games don't do shit. We lost and we always suck. So yeah. So hopefully you got something out of this class today. That great games don't do shit. So don't make great games because they don't do anything. They don't pay the bills. They don't get you out of $80 billion. All right, thank you, Phil. Then the next day, Tuesday's class. Phil Spencer's here for Tuesday's mentorship. Uh-oh, Phil, hell of a lecture. Phil Spencer's here for day 2. Day 2 of Phil Ness 101. Please open your books to page 15. We're going to talk about how you can make this a business.
Build a great Project Scarlet. I want people to feel like they can have amazing console experiences they've never seen before, and that they've got the best lineup of content and services of any platform out there. And we're totally focused on that. And I know we have other things going with like coming to PC and xCloud, but I'll say that being a leader in console is something that the team is committed
to doing, and that's we're not building this program to
Phil,
try to
excuse
aim
me,
for
Phil.
second place.
Phil, a student, I have a question. Yes, sir. What is your question? But yesterday you told us great games don't make you win, Phil. Like, yesterday's lesson plan said, yeah, great games don't do it. How are we going to win the Xbox if great games don't do anything for the Xbox? And how do you win? That's a good question. And
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at
okay. Thanks, Phil. All right, class out. Class adjourned. Oh shit, that was Tuesday. Oh man, yo, this Phil Ness class is really hitting the toll. Grinders, do you think Phil's gonna come back on Wednesday for a lecture? Yeah, yo, Wednesday's supposed to be the highlight hump day. Here comes Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer Wednesday in the tutorial. Here it comes. Phil Spencer's here Wednesday. We're here for Wednesday, Phil Spencer. He's mentoring the students. All right, everybody. Phil Spencer's here.
Xbox, no. Phil
We're here Wednesday. Nope. Xbox Phil Ness 101. Please open your books to page 30 right now, and please, this is going to be a very long lecture. So hopefully everybody got well rested last night. This is my my lecture. Ready? Get ready. Take your notes down. Here we go.
Would you ship that? What you just played?
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye. That's Wednesday's class. Goodbye. But for certain, no. Leave. Goodbye.
For that box is in the name of our brand.
Goodbye. Wow, man. Wednesday's class is would you ship that class? Man. Thursday's lecture.
Just focused more on great games on our console that somehow we're going to win the console race. I think doesn't really lay into the reality of.
Shh.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
Phil, you have anything to say about this? I have questions.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first party output.
But Phil, are you doing better now?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at
All right, Phil. Nah. What a class. How much you pay for that one? You come out of that class, you're like this.
Oh no! We suck again!
Very best work in gaming. It's a core business for us.
He has a special presenter coming in here. Oh, I brought Satya.
Games to more gamers on all platforms.
Special guest.
Edison, which is doing more with less. Everything that we are doing with our content, with our
Satya is speaking on Thursday.
Our cloud and
we studied.
community.
If we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building. And the creative.
The close of Activision, Blizzard, and King, we think that now we have the ability to really do what we've always set out to do, which is build great games and deliver them to folks across all platforms, right? Which is Xbox and consoles, the PCs, and now even including mobile gaming and cloud gaming. So we're excited about our best work in gaming. It's a core business for us. But
Wow, what a lecture on Thursday. Everybody got those notes. Dude, you missed it. This is the Phil Ness class. I got the syllabus. I'm doing it right now. That was Thursday's class, a dual lecture. He brought Satya and Phil. They were in there. Incredible. And then Friday's class. Here we go. Here comes Friday. Friday's class. Here he is, Phil Spencer. Everybody's like, it's Friday. Friday Phil. PH for Friday. He puts the PH in Friday. And then Phil comes in here and he goes,
gaming.
There he goes.
We suck again!
Philness.
Oh, man, it is out of there.
If we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know
this
is about
whoa. This is Phil's final message to the class. This is the final message. This is Friday. Put a PH in front of the in place of the F. Phil Ness Friday. There you go. Thank you, Gambit. Thank you for putting the visual out there. I'm trying my best. Phil Ness Friday, this is his parting message.
If we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building.
Phil, I have a question. But you're putting your games, excuse me, Phil, you're putting your games every on PlayStation. What do you mean exclusives? Phil!
I don't know. Like, I'd have to go back and look at the Xbox. No, Phil does.
Get out of here. He says, give me your money. I got your tuition. Oh, shit, Phil. Oh, man.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Phil, man, he just adjourned class.
Gaming.
And that's been your Phil Ness lecturer for the week of Phil Ness mentoring.
The program, and it's amazing how you've created pathways for the next generation of creators. Playing with purpose is such an amazing opportunity. 15 years, what amazing!
There's your Phil Ness tutorial. There you go. That's what Phil. That's Phil's class. Man, what a week! Friday with the PH. We're gonna get a next tattoo. Oh man, yo, did wait a second? Did AK drop? AK, you had, it says you had 2 of them in here. You did another one? No, it's frozen. I don't know what's going on. I think it's frozen. I was like, AK didn't drop. Did he drop another bomb? No, I think my chat froze. I was like, holy crap! Hold on.
Do you hear the bull?
Oh man, the bull, Phil. It's showing double up there. There we go. Let me get my my chat froze. Oh, it says. Well, shout out to Dual K. I think it froze up top.
Imagine being able to.
What the hell's going on? Oh yeah, the Neo demo is on PlayStation. That came out there. Yeah, but I don't want to miss it if he did drop. No, I don't know. But yo, shout out to, thank you, AK Do Sensible. Thank you. I was showing up twice. I didn't know if you did another one and I missed it. But yo, thank you again. Look, you even got Aaron.
Aaron.
Now we're guaranteed to have Aaron in here.
Aaron right now.
Yeah, now we're guaranteed to have.
Huh?
No, he's not here. He's not here. Yo, but yeah, dude, yo, he's right. He's yo. I don't understand it. We just talk about how the business is failing. This dude is out there getting nominations and teaching students. Teaching them about what? What?
You're my #1 customer.
The join button went away. You did? Oh, no. Thank you so much, AK. He goes, where's the join button? I don't know. Dude, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you're on Apple or on the Android. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I'll send them a complaint. I'm going to send them a complaint on that one. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I don't know what's going. I don't know if it froze. I was like, what the hell's going down on here? I was like, holy shit. I appreciate all of it, man. Thank you so much on that. But my goodness. But yeah, that was listen, it is a mess that these numbers and now just to kind of teaching failure. I don't listen. I have no clue what their plan is, what it is, like what they're going to do. But these numbers, there's got to be they got to be like, yeah, okay. Like there's nothing in the horizon. And now I'm not talking about Forza Horizon, but there's nothing in the horizon that's really going to propel this, right? Like there's nothing like Fable, Halo. Oh, you're on Android. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where the join button went. I have try it on the browser. I don't know what's going on with the join button. It says, remember. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know where it is. It says super stickers and super chat. Where's the membership button? You know, Google, what's going on, YouTube? I'm part of the YouTube community creators. I'm going to give them some feedback. Give them some grinds my gears. They're going to be like, you're going to get a sample of what I do on my podcast. YouTube communities. I tell them what's going on. We'll talk about memberships. You can give people a damn button. But what? I just don't know what these numbers are, how they can continue with this. And that, again, it's the holiday. So it's all going to be downhill from here. And there's nothing on the horizon. There's no game that is going to like, you know, you could talk about what a year they're going to have. Yeah, they did. They changed a wrench into a shield. That's right. Yeah. Of course they're having technical difficulties, Mr. Tennis. Of course. I'm live. Why not? Why not? Why not YouTube? I don't know what's going on. Exactly, Michael. When Microsoft is when they're announcing to investors that the reason why this division went down is because of gaming. Do that. Like, think about all those investors sitting there going, well, wait a second. Didn't you spend all this money to make gaming better? Oh, hey, you guys see the join button? I don't know what's going on. All right, I don't know. Somebody see the join button. Well, hit that. If you see the join button, hit the join button and hit the subscribe button too. We're on our way to 3,200 grinders, and we're gonna have we'll have a special, yes. Well, more about that as we get to 3,200. We get close to it. We're about 50 away. Let's say 40 away. But like, when they're blaming that, like, they're gonna be sitting there going, well, wait a second. You just bought all these companies. And like I said before, for a year to end in the way they pivoted so much, they turned everything on PlayStation games, Nintendo games. They put their Xbox experience, which is their future, on all the PCs in that quarter and the end of the year. Like they did the most actionable things in the business last year. And to see it end with those numbers that they have, you know? To see those numbers, how they ended with these numbers here, and the most important like year where they changed all this stuff around. It's alarming. There you go. RPG just did a VIP in the house. Woo! There you go. Hit that. But if you see it, you're one of the rare few. You hit that VIP button. You get access to video that I did a Grindhouse game stream. Yeah, Grindhouse, like a DJ mode. I went DJ with gaming music, a gaming music thing. I did that. That was special for the VIPs on there, and you get the music too. So that's what you do with the VIP grinders. Plus, I'll do more. Again, yeah, I might do another live DJ session with some real music. Like, I just do it just to kind of like, you know, listen, chill some music and things like that, or we chat up in a live, you know, stream. And there you go. But I don't know how. I don't know, Mr. Tennis, how he still goes. But like, thinking about all the stuff they went through with gaming revenue down, and then you think about it. Listen about Call of Duty. Call of Duty apologizing. We're never going to do this again. Doing a back-to-back Black Ops, right? We're never going to do this again. Them coming out and showing that Call of Duty didn't do that, and it's in Game Pass, dude. Game Pass. How can you say last year you had big growth in Game Pass, and then this year you don't? When Call of Duty came out the same time, right? Last year they're like, oh, Game Pass grew because they put Call of Duty in Game Pass, right? Well, now the rubber hits the road. Now we're comparing apples to apples. See, this is what I mean, how Microsoft plays the game. Last year, they said they went up because guess what? It's the have and have not year. The year before they were comparing it with, Call of Duty was not in Game Pass. But now Call of Duty in Game Pass, they went up like 2% or 3%, whatever the hell it was. Haves and have-nots. They did the same thing with before Activision and after. The first year with Activision, growth. We were 0, now we're 3%. We were 0, and now we're 5%. We were 0, we're 1. But then we compare apples to apples. Now let's compare that growth the next year when you have Activision with Activision. Oh, we lost. We were down. We're the same. We lost flat. Now let's do Call of Duty growth in Game Pass last year, comparing it to no Call of Duty in Game Pass. We went up 4%. Well, guess what? This year, Call of Duty's in Game Pass. Did you get new customers? Did everybody get hyped up? Did you pull people into your ecosystem? No. Gaming revenue and services down 5%. So you tell me the gain that you left, we're back to where we were. So now when we're comparing Call of Duty in Game Pass in 25 and 24, Call of Duty in Game Pass in 25, now we're down. So we're right back. So that 1 year of glaze that you put out there, which was false because it was nothing and with something, and now we have with something, and the year 2 of with something, you're losing money. Well, wait a second. We should be either growing because Call of Duty now, word of mouth. It's another year. It's in Game Pass. More. No. We're back to where we began. So we had a little blip, and now we're back. But we still have an $80 billion expenditure on this thing. And we're putting our games on the PlayStation, which, by the way, has 85 million PlayStations out there, 80 million PlayStations out there, huge install base, and we're still down in our sales of software. We put Ninja Gaiden on there. We put Call of Duty on there. We put Outer Worlds 2, the sequel. All that stuff dropped on PlayStation and on Xbox. What are we like? How are we down? And we bought all that shit, right? What do you mean? Yeah, you paid for Ninja Gaiden. All those trips to Japan where you shitting in Sega's headquarters, and we thought you were buying Sega. You think those dumps didn't cost money? You shitting with diarrhea over there in Sega, walking out headquarters, causing a ruckus in the U.S. People thinking you're buying Sega. Meanwhile, just using their stalls. You think all those trips to Japan were free? Flew your ass for Ninja Gaiden. It didn't do a blip. You talked about it all year, Ninja Gaiden. You released so much, Mango. Yes. That's the problem. They released so much in that quarter alone. And this is what they're all down? There's something awry, man. Either they don't know how to market their games, or which is probably there, or their games are not up to the quality at all. Or the increase in price, people said, we're not paying it, and we dropped. They don't find the value in having all the crap in there. And Game Pass is still there, $30 a month. $30 a month. And you think they're going to stick around? And cross their fingers that a game they may buy is going to fall in Game Pass for $30 a month? You pay $30 a month and cross your fingers and hope a game that you want to buy, but you're not going to buy because it may go in Game Pass? That's how you want to live your gaming fun? Cross your fingers, $30 a month, and say a prayer. That's what it was. And hopefully you can find the hardware that's around somewhere if you want to buy it to try this Game Pass thing. It lost them so much money. It did. It did. Yo, AK, how many buttons you hitting? Holy shit. Shout out to AK Dusensible. He did another bomb. Holy crap. Oh my God. Yo, AK just smashing buttons. Dude, he be smashing those buttons, dude. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. He got, it is craziness. It is a crazy night, grinders. Hit that like button. We're going wild in here. I told you to be wild.
Gaming.
Phil Ness, cooking raw. Yo! Bomb train.
For the VIP membership, bomber is for harder than the internet, Thank you for the VIP membership,
There he goes. Yo, we're 2 away, and then I got giving more out. Oh, hey! Happy New Year! We can only save for 2 more days. We only can save for 2 more days. That's it, dude. You got Doom Decay. You got Brian M. Bringing them all back in. Find Volume. Be Your RPG Gaming. Craven. Woo! Toolman. Hey, Toolman. Where's been Toolman? I've seen him Toolman in a while. Usually the first one in here. Ryan in there. Yo, shout out to AK, man. Awesome. I appreciate it, man. Okay, that's fucking awesome. Thank you so much. Keeps the grindhouse cooking. But it's just craziness, dude. How, and hardware, again, that's another thing that I wanted to talk about, the hardware part. Because we've been talking about the content and services and all the games they released. But what about the hardware? So, as of October, November, December, I did see the consoles in store shelves. Like, we saw them. Dusty Bin took pictures of them, right? He took pictures of them, the hardware. We saw them. Dusty Bin was out there. He said, I'm not cutting the turkey this year. He says, I'm not cutting the turkey. He goes, I'm making sure that I make sure that the Xbox is in stock and the ROG Allies and all this other stuff. That's what he said. That's what Dusty Bin said. Where's Dusty? Where's Dusty Bin? No, he's at Walmart. He's making sure that they're in stock. But like, the thing, the Xboxes were in stock during the holidays. They were there. Like I still see them now. Like the take it away sale. I see them. So that means that even if they're stocked, they're not moving because of the price. Dude, that PlayStation had a Fortnite bundle. Like you have to be self-aware. That's the thing that I understand if you are not ready to compete. Like I understand if you you're not going to compete with PlayStation. You're not going to do it. I understand. But how can you not be aware of the holidays, people being conscious about money, and you not taking any type of bundle or Game Pass, anything that you could take a cut on? Like you really just put that thing out there raw and said, go. Good luck, Xbox, at the highest price. When you saw the PlayStation putting out $100, like even though they went up in price, they put a sale. They did a bundles with Fortnite exclusive skins, things like that. How can you just be so oblivious that like, yeah, whatever. And knowing that you got to report these numbers. Like if you want out, then just leave. What are you doing? What are you doing? But it's crazy. It is crazy what they're doing. So I just don't understand how they thought that they were going to get through this holiday. And really, if they're just kind of emptying out warehouses and then just send it out. Yeah, Michael says they don't even care. And shout out to Michael with the 5. He got us up to the 53. And guess what? It's choo-choo time. Look at that train, man. It is craziness. It is choo-choo time. Ride that choo-choo. Here go my 5. Ow! VIP.
Storm is coming.
And we got some Phil Ness flute. I got PlayStation Sweden. I got you. There he is. Zilla Nation. Oh, Kratos says wait to the GTA 6 bundle. Woo! Look where you started, AK. There you go. You got a choo-choo train. Ride that choo-choo.
Every turn he makes, the melody's a thrill.
That's right. Use those emojis if you're new here. Trigger the emoji.
Skies of PlayStation blue. Fields are dancing wild to the sound he makes.
Man, Moore's Law is dead. He's like, you know what? We saw a dead body. Let's kick it some more. He goes, Moore's Law says, for years, Xbox told their fans that exclusives don't matter. Hardware doesn't matter, and Game Pass is the future. So their fans stopped caring about quality. Then they stopped buying games for Xbox. And then they canceled their subs when the price hit $30. What's left to talk about? And he was commenting on that. Bootleg Jess is the only one person there. But you want to know what? This is Grindhouse Entertainment because we have been saying it for years. And we were met with all the craziness like, this is wrong, negativity. What are you going to say when Xbox comes back? And I would say, yeah, I'm glad they're back. Let's play some games. That's what I would say. There's no scam here. If Xbox brought the shit, then I would have played it. But they just kept stumbling over themselves, fumbling, talking more about the other Microsoft horse shit instead of the games themselves, and saying, don't look at the games behind the frosted glass. Just look at this AI in your ROG Ally. That's going to save gaming. Look, put the games on PlayStation. That's going to save us. I told you. I said this when they first put those 4 games. You go back to the video that I said the 4 games. I was like, this is just a Band-Aid. This is not going to change anything. I said it with 4 games, and everybody is like, oh, yay. I said it. Because I looked at it from the perspective of not PlayStation getting games, but Microsoft's change in strategy and why they were doing it. And they were doing it to try to make money back. And I said it's not going to do anything. And here we are, 2 years later, coming up to Valentine's Day Massacre in February. We're bare 2 years later, and it has not changed anything. They are down. The media is just, there's nothing to hype up anymore. Everything is just a fluff piece. It's a Jez, what is it called? It's a Jez MZ, a TMZ, a JMZ. That's what it is. It's all just fluff pieces to try to get people to clip and talk about it and put it in their article and give him credit and redirect them to the things. That's all it is. And they just need one glaze at this time. That's it. Even though I feel like the other ones, actually, what I think is very interesting, and this is probably a video for another day when the grind, we'll come back, we'll reconvene. I think it's very interesting if we go back to the last few months of Windows Central. Remember I was calling it Steam Central? They seem to really be glazing Steam and other things and really talking that shit about Xbox. Like, I saw a lot more articles of just like, you would like the full screen experience. It started with the full screen experience. From there, I saw a lot of more, and they weren't written by Bootleg. The other ones were writing it. I would click on it and be like, you know, because Bootleg always spins it around. He talks like, he glazes the shit out of it. He glazes the stuff out of it. Then in the end, he puts some critical things in there, like oh, but those. And then when people click, like, you know, use it, he's like, that's not what I said and stuff like that. But if we go back and look at Windows Central articles, gaming such, right before this just happened, I do think that there was a shift that they're like, dude, like, let's cook them. It's cooking time because they deserve it. They talked up this big game about all this full screen experience and this new Xbox and everything and all this other shit, and it didn't amount to anything. It didn't change anything. It was rough. It was not ready. Now they're updating it. They forced it on everything else. They said it was just gonna be a Asus ROG exclusive, and then they wound up putting it on every PC imaginable in beta form, or whatever the hell they're doing. And yeah. And what, they updated their cloud UI, like, yo, these things are little things, and it sucks that they lost their job over there at Windows Central Gaming, because I think they were. I remember they were getting a little bit real. They were. I think they were. But anyway, it sucks. It sucks, and it sucks that, you know, the one thing that they're gonna keep there now is the like, you know, the glazer up there that's gonna try to keep that Xbox news and that engagement going, because he just puts out trigger news on that stuff. But I think it's just a Microsoft model, and I didn't have any insiders on this stuff. I've been burnt by them so many times on their promises, with their Surface, with the Windows Phone, with Zune, with Mixer, with Xbox, and I saw the writing on the wall. I was like, dude, they're doing the same stuff. They're talking up a big game, but they're not showing it, and they're doing the same thing to their investors. Oh, we're going to make gaming better. We're going to make Activision better. We're going to do this. Phil's getting awards. He's doing this stuff. And now the rubber hits the road, and where's the money? All right, thank you. We gave you the money. You bought all the stuff. Now, where are the results? We're down. We're down. We're down. Well, guess what? We have another few more quarters of we're down, we're down, we're down. I think investors are going to be like, well, if you're the fact that you isolating gaming as bringing down that whole division, then we got to get rid of gaming. It's severable. And you see the pivot that they're doing with this Magnus and stuff. It's going to take less overhead from them. And you think that they're going to inherit costs of making great games and building it? Dude, they're going to make it the Xbox app, and they're going to throw their Call of Duty and maybe their Bethesda game on there. And the rest of them, good luck. Maybe a Horizon. They're going to be like 4 or 5 tentpole games and dump them out there. And they're going to hoard that IP and try to sell it out to people to make games for it. That's what they're going to do. They're gonna just be like just holding on to it. It's crazy, Shinto, right? PlayStation and PlayStation is just doing. Listen, if you look at what PlayStation doing, yes, they took a little pivot and doing stuff with service games and stuff like that, but that didn't stop them from putting out like an Astrobot, or putting out Ghost of Yotei, or putting out putting Death Stranding 2, and then getting Soros on there, and now Wolverine, and then and then you look. Wait a second. Now you just triggered. Shinto just said the thing, because I was not even comparing this to PlayStation. I just been talking about all the self-inflicted stuff with Xbox. But when you talk about it now, just think: Marvel Token, Saros, Wolverine, Intergalactic. Like, Sony did all this to get to where it is now without even having those games yet. And then the other parties they get, like a Neo or something like that. And then even GTA with the partnership they're probably going to have with that. Like, they are at 80 million or whatever consoles without even getting to there yet. So if you're looking at what the future holds, you're looking here, like, it is just getting ramped up for PlayStation. Like, I think the 2 years ago, even in the Astrobot year, it was like, you know, there was God of War, Horizon, Spider-Man, yes. And then there was that little bit of time where we're dealing with those service games. And then they had, you know, Astrobot, and then they started cooking last year. We had the Death Stranding and Yote, but now that train, talk about the VIP train, that train is ramping up. Phantom Blade Zero, exactly, John. Like, so you look, and it's just like, yo, they're about to just, they're like on the runway about to take off. And you look at Switch 2 coming into its second year, and they still haven't even dropped the next Smash, the next stuff for Switch 2. Like, you look at the PlayStation, Nintendo, dude, they are just ramping up. You talk about PlayStation 6, maybe 2028, 2020. It doesn't, we're going to be going into there like full steam ahead. Yeah, they took that year off, but saying like, we're not going to have a double thing and you know, a sequel to a game. But if you look at where Nintendo and PlayStation are pivoting right, like where they are right now, dude, they're about to just leave the runway and just go. Phew. So when people go on the console sales, dude, it's just one pillar. The 3D Mario, exactly. Nintendo has not even shown what's going on with the Switch 2. And then what's showing with how they just did Final Fantasy, now Final Fantasy Remake runs on the Switch 2. Dude, I'm telling you, this Switch, I think the Switch 2 is going to get momentum. This is going to be Switch 2's like their first year. They haven't even had their full year yet. And this, you know, they're lining up for Smash Brothers on there only, and the next 3D Mario game, and the next, like, they're lining up. Nintendo got them lined up. They know what to do. And you get it every generation. But you look at where they are and how Sony's sitting there with still Insomniac ready to drop a Wolverine. You got friggin' Naughty Dog ready to drop a game. That could be a game of who knows what the hell this game is. The big next new IP from Naughty Dog. You got Santa Monica sitting there. I don't know, Corey Balrog, maybe this year. And then you got these partnerships and these games that you didn't even know about, like Marvel Token. And this year is going to be a huge year for superheroes and Marvel. And you got Wolverine and Marvel's Token coming out with the huge next Avengers movie coming out, and Spider-Man coming out. Yo, you look at how those other companies are there. The Mario movie coming out in April. You look at when Nintendo and Sony, it's not just the games, but it's also in the transmedia, the media as well. And you're Microsoft Gaming, and you're sitting there going, yo, we can't even sell a friggin' console. We're going to try to now trick people into buying PCs and click on an app. They're going to buy a PC, but they're not going to click on your app. That's the problem Microsoft has. Talk about competition. Dude, you boot up your PC, it could have Windows stick, you could have Xbox stickers all over it. But guess what you're doing? You're downloading Steam. Right? You could buy a PC and it'll have like powered by Xbox, Xbox Magnus, Xbox Store, Xbox this, and you're like, skip? You're like, no thank you, do not start up, don't remind me, and again,
another one.
Goodbye, rip off the stickers, leave the NVIDIA sticker on there, and I'm downloading Steam. Like, how is Microsoft and Xbox going to pivot people away when they buy a gaming PC, if they can afford one, which is another problem that hardware is facing, in the sense that PC parts are getting astronomical prices, which is probably the worst time to say, oh, guys, now it's time to convert. Now the Xbox is PC now, with PC RAM charging out the ass. Now, this is like the worst time to do that. So that's against them. But then when you buy a PC and you have Xbox stickers and tramp stamps all over it, powered by Xbox app and all, you're going to be like this.
Customer.
You're going to hit the button and say, "Excuse me, do not start up. Would you like to be reminded about the Xbox features?" And you're going to be like this. This button.
Skip. Go for son.
Skip.
Yeah.
But skip.
Where you go?
Skip. We skip.
Simple as that.
Skip. That's what you're going to do. AK Do Sensible with the 2. He goes, Last Miles movie too. Yeah, dude, they're stacked with superheroes this year. That comes out. Is that this year or next year? Exactly, Josh. You're not going to spend $400 and $1,200. But, like, you look at the hardware and you just look at when Nintendo, because I have not compared them to what Xbox, what PlayStation and Nintendo are cooking, how they're lined up. But if you look at that and you look at not only just in like their consoles, but also with their games that matter and the power of GTA, that's going to be crazy on PlayStation if they get partnerships with that thing and start bundling that, doing whatever the hell. But then you also got the stuff in the movies and stuff like that too, with Nintendo with the Mario and then their Switch too. Like, they're going to be huge. And Xbox is sitting there going, we got Call of Duty and Game Pass, and it's like, oh, yeah, whatever. And now look at that. That's an uphill battle too. Now Call of Duty has become a black hole. Yes, it sells, but it is now like it's the worst Call of Duty of all time. Like, even Big Booty Bobby said it. Like, it didn't do any numbers. Like, now you look. And it's just like, it is now like a black hole. All this development and all this stuff goes to a game, and it's because they put it in Game Pass. They put it on the buffet line. They went out there and tried to buy a steak, and they're like, well, we're going to season this steak. It's like going to a supermarket. Black Hole 7. That's right, Don John. It's like going to the supermarket and saying, I'm going to buy this prime rib. And then you go spend, I'm going to buy this T-bone. I'm going to buy a T-bone for like $90. Now I'm going to come home. I'm going to glaze it. I'm going to cook it right. I want you expect that. Like, oh, you're going to sear it on both sides. You're going to butter it up. You're going to cook it up there. Microsoft went out to the store, bought a $90 T-bone steak and threw it in the fucking microwave. That's what they did. And now they got a deal. It's like, well, you spend $90. Well, dude, you just bought a $100 steak from the supermarket. You put it in the microwave. Didn't even throw salt on it. That's what they did. It took Call of Duty, like a game that they could have grown. They could have made it bigger than what it is and make it the best. To cut it out there, nice slices, and put the sear on there. Make sure it's cooked with the herbs. Phil Spencer said, 80, give me that steak. Phew! Microwave it. 20 minutes. Microwave it. Chef Mike is going to cook it. Rubber ass. Like that's what they did. They didn't nurture the steak. They didn't season it. They didn't let it get to room temperature. Neil says once Marathon drops, he's deleting Call of Duty. Shh. Yeah, Marathon's coming out too. We keep forgetting about that. Hopefully we don't want to forget about that. But yeah, hopefully it's good. But that's what they did. Gambit says good analogy. But yeah, that's how I feel what they did. They were supposed to. They told all the legal people, oh, we're gonna take care of Call of Duty. We're gonna give it a better home. We're gonna make it available to more people. Ask how many people want the microwave steak. That's exactly what they did. Nobody wants it. So Phil's now sitting there with a steak in front of him going, you got to eat this now. You put it in Game Pass. You put it on the buffet line. Now you got to eat this. Every year. And all the development and the 50 studios they have working on the game. Beanox and Ravens and the thousands of people they got working on this thing. Now you got to eat this every year. You put it in Game Pass and you can't take it out. Instead, increase the price and piss people off even more. You increase the price of Game Pass the year that this was the worst Call of Duty that they had, and they apologized for it. You can't mess this up any worse than what Microsoft has done. And I wish you could go back to all ourselves 2 or 3 years ago when everybody was telling us that you were wrong, I was wrong, we were negative because we didn't want the deal to go through. Because we all believe that Microsoft has never been successful with this stuff. Hell, they didn't even demonstrate their capabilities with Bethesda. The ink wasn't even dry yet, and they were going to spend another $70 billion company. And everybody just cheered in the streets. Charlie's Angels with Lulu. Lulu! Power Girls hugging Sarah Bond and stuff. Dude, she left the next day. Yeah, we were console warring. Yeah, when that came so bad. Yeah, console warring. Wanting great games is console warring. Yeah, okay. Why? Because Phil said great games won't make us win. So everybody said, okay, you can't talk about great games because that's console warring. Why? As a goddamn consumer, I don't want better? As a consumer, I don't want the best that earn my money, your money, that you buy, you spend? Like, who gives a shit about these companies? I don't care. Sony could be face down, ass up in a hole somewhere, but if they're releasing goddamn Wolverine, I'm there. I don't give a shit about these companies. I care about what I get from them, with the games that entertain me and you. That's all we care about. It's nice when the company supplies things to encourage their platform and power it by with gaming and believe in gaming. Nintendo does the same thing, like, you know. And sometimes they're egregious with prices. Sometimes they make mistakes. But, dude, if the games are there, that's all we care about. That's all we want to play. Not playing stocks. But Microsoft, all the decisions were promising that we were going to get to that. And never did. And now it's hitting their bottom dollar. And you think they're going to throw more money at Xbox? Dude, they need an escape plan. And PC is it. PC's their escape plan. And they're going to have that Xbox app sit right next to your Cortana app and sit right next to your Zune app.
You're my #1 customer.
And sit right next to your, what other app? Your Skype app. And there you go. It'll be the app graveyard. That's where Xbox app will be. It'll be next to all those other ones. And then basically, they will get a little skeleton crew of Xbox, and you just update the app. And they'll keep those other big studios. You do Minecraft, you do Call of Duty, you do this, and that's it. You do Elder Scrolls, and we're done. And all these little games, like they're still teasing State of Decay 3. Like, dude, State of Decay was never a $70, $80 game. State of Decay was a Xbox Live arcade game that was like $20 and it was glitchy as hell. It was an interesting concept. State of Decay 3 is not that game. And they've been lingering it on for the last 3 years. Like, it's going to come out and be this $100 epic game. And it's like, dude, State of Decay was never that. Just like Hellblade was never that game. It was an indie experimental project. And they made it worse with the sequel. AK Do Sensible to 20. He cooking tonight, man. He goes, the people that ignored the relationship of PlayStation and Rockstar are forgetting that there was supposed to be a game called Agent that Sony paid for. And while Sony gets every GTA, it's on a PS showcase on what was E3. Yeah, and also, too, if AK, you remember, they launched a PlayStation 5 showcase with the GTA 4 $1 million a month promotion that they opened up with GTA 5, the $1 million a month to get into for your bank and stuff like that. Like, they started with a Rockstar partnership for GTA 5, GTA Online. So yeah, no, it's there. And you know, this is going to be GTA 3 all over again, the way Sony ran with GTA 3. See? Gambit says I forgot about State of Decay 3. It wasn't at that State of Play. I mean, it's yeah, State of Play. I mean, the Xbox Developer Direct. It wasn't there. So, but yeah, it's just so devastating that this is their 25th year anniversary, and we're watching Xbox get thrown through the mud. That's right. And that's what I said. Like, Nintendo and Sony, they're on the runway, man, about to just take off jet engine style. And we'll be here for it. That's right, Hey, RMA's here. I was wondering where he is because everybody wanted to hear the song.
I don't mind, get your ass out of here with all the bull you spread. Take a walk,
we just talked about PlayStation. RMA. Just talked about all the stuff coming to PlayStation. Man. Go. He doubling down. He doubling down. GTA's gonna rely. You know what, RMA? Listen, in all fun with the music and everything, let me tell you something, RMA. I believe that GTA 6 should have revived the Xbox console. The question is gonna be, does Xbox want GTA 6 to revive its console? That's the question, RMA. And yeah, I expected that. All jokes aside, RMA, I expected that. That's why I think it's so crazy how they de-emphasized the hardware last year with knowing GTA 6 was on the horizon. That is crazy. That is crazy. But that's why I said, of all years, dude, how do you de-emphasize your console when you have GTA that could possibly put some life into it? That shows you that they got other plans, because they are really, yeah, Call of Duty couldn't help either, but they have other plans then. Like they got a bailout package that they're gonna have, and it's the Xbox Magnus. Yeah, they want cloud AI. Exactly. They want something. They want something. But listen, it has been a crazy night, and we'll still come cook. I'm sure there's gonna be some fallout of these numbers and some more analyzing of them. And you know, oh wait, what's this? Satya popping up here? Oh man, they got quotes. They got quotes from Satya, Microsoft CEO Satya on Xbox, and in gaming, we are committed to delivering great games across Xbox, PC, cloud, and every other device. Oh man, dude, yeah, they got to put the stutter. They had to put the stuttering on there. All right, as a bonus, since this was we were cooking tonight, as a bonus, Lucci sent me a Destin video. What is going on here? What is this? What is this? What's Dusty been doing now?
I canceled my Game Pass, and
what?
I have not looked back since. I haven't needed to utilize it. I play mostly on, and personally, I canceled my Game Pass, and I have not looked back since. I haven't needed to utilize it. I play mostly on PC, and I ended up just saying, you know, I just don't need this service right now. And personally, I canceled my Game Pass, and I have not looked back since. I haven't needed to utilize it. I play mostly on PC, and I ended up just saying, you know, I just don't need this service right now. And personally, I canceled my Game Pass, and I have.
How many tweets did he have where Game Pass is great to trigger people? This is what I understand. If you believed in the service so much, how are you like?
I've not looked back since. I haven't needed to utilize it. I play mostly on PC, and
how did you can't wait a second? They released Ninja Gaiden 4. They released Outer Worlds 2. They released Call of Duty. But you play on PC. Game Pass is on PC. What are we doing here?
Dusty Ben, call Target for that one Xbox console in October 19. He checked stores on Thanksgiving, not staying at home. And now Xbox got beaten by the next playgun to Goo Goo Gadget toy. What are we doing here? Dusty Ben, Dusty Ben, Dusty Ben. Who do you call now?
That's right. Even RMA's getting on Dusty Ben's ass. He says canceling Game Pass is like selling your console. Man, you pissed off RMA now, Dusty Ben. Now you pissed him off. He just came in here trying to drop some facts, and you pissed off fucking RMA. Oh shit, right? Like, how the hell do you cancel game? We may have no use. They dropped all the games. If you were gonna subscribe anytime, it would be that time, right? But why do you mean I play on PC, so I don't need Game Pass? But you play the games on Xbox app. The games Game Pass works on PC. What does playing on PC mean that you don't need Game Pass?
And personally, I canceled my Game Pass and I have not looked back since. I haven't needed to utilize it. I play mostly on PC and
No, 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 no. I know the real answer. It's right over there. There it is, Dusty Bin. Yo, dude he got DualSense in the charger over there, dude. His Xbox not plugged in. He got his DualSense on there on the charger. Look at the DualSense on the right. That thing's cooking on the charger, ready to play on the PlayStation. His Xbox is there. Dude, he even took he even put a PlayStation 3 on his shelf. Oh, shit. Oh, Dusty Pony. RMA likes that. Dusty Pony, dude, he dug out a PlayStation 3 and put it on the shelf. Oh, shit, is that next to Yo, we know where he's really playing. We know where you're not going to subscribe to Game Pass because you were you're playing some games. There it is. It's on that PlayStation. There you go.
Another one.
Yo, he got the Wolverine avatar. I'm telling you, man. Yo, we saw Dusty Bin turn into Dusty Pony. Oh, man. He's like, yo, they saw that. Yo, I told you, man. Him and Shaggy went out there.
Like zoink.
They ran out there and bought their PlayStations when he told everybody to go build the PC. Yeah. Because it makes no sense. Why would you cancel Game Pass when you play on PC? That Game Pass travels to PC with you. All those games that I just mentioned. What do you mean you have no use for it? What's going on?
And personally, I canceled my Game Pass and I have not looked back since. I haven't needed to utilize it. I
haven't looked back. So that means you bought all those games? You bought Ninja Gaiden, you bought Call of Duty, you bought Outer Worlds 2 on Steam?
Play mostly on PC and I ended up just saying, you know, I just don't need this service right now. And personally,
Dusty Man. But it was the best deal in gaming, they're saying. Oh man. Oh no, here comes the roasting crew. Oh man, but it was the best deal in gaming and it was the future. Destin's a total dumbass. Xbox do live in your Xbox heads rent free. And you play Twitter, what? Loud and proud. Who did this? What the hell? That's some nasty egg. What the hell is it? Ah!
Dusty Bin asked Phil, is Starfield exclusive? Phil says no, no, no. I said no, red bitch. It's all coming.
It looks like a Ghost of Yote mask. Yo, I don't understand how you cancel Game Pass. When it's like I play on PC, I don't need Game Pass. It's like, what? It works on PC. That's how I use it. I get it free with my PC. Dude, if you just bought a PC, you get it for like 3 months. Stack that shit. Everything. I was seeing some tablet, 3 months. A laptop, 3 months. I got a console. I got another PC, 3 months. You buy an Apple product, another month. Dude. He got some raw egg on him.
Pass is fucking raw. Shit. Raw. No chicken. It's raw. Fucking raw. They look raw.
Hey, that's nasty.
Fucking raw.
That's like nasty.
Fuck off. And by the way, it's raw.
That shit is really nasty. Oh man, that was wild. Man, Twitter's a messy ass shit. It's a messy place. Oh no. James got to take a chill pill, dude. James is going after him like crazy. It's because both of them are nowhere to be found since Xbox shit the bed. Paris was trying to. He gave honest opinion on he wasn't a big fan of High God on the thing, but man, James got to take a chill. He got the pans out, man. He's hitting there with the frying pan. Yo, where's Phil? Phil's the one who took a seat. Phil getting awards. Man. It is crazy, dude. It is wild out there craziness. But thank you for that video, man. I just don't understand it. It makes no sense. Like I think he canceled it when the price went up. You have a video here? Oh yeah, he wrote a video. Oh, what did he do? He said Xbox had a brutal quarter according to Microsoft earnings. So this is the video that he did. And he left his dream job. I used to say Xbox as a third-party publisher will be... Yeah, see? So who's this guy? Like, this is what they were saying, too. Like, oh, Xbox is in a great position, right? They're saying Xbox... I used to say Xbox as a third-party publisher will be fine. And Xbox hardware was dead. Now it looks like Xbox is dead.
Or that box is in the name of...
They haven't made a great system selling games since Gears 3. All the games they're developed publishing now are woke DEI and... Oh, well, okay, this guy went off the other way about this whole other thing. But no, I agree with the whole thing about people saying about the Xbox being a third-party publisher. They're like, oh, but the console doesn't matter. Dude, it's everything. See, it says Game Pass went up. People dropped Game Pass. Sony money is not making up for the difference. Thomas Holt says that. You know? And that's the thing. And this guy says, I don't care, not my damn problem. Play video games. Like, dude. But when you're seeing that, you got to think about what video games are they going to still continue with them? Are we going to see more cancellations? Who knows? Are we ever going to see a new Halo game? Or are they just going to stick around doing remasters of Halo 1, 2, and 3? Will we ever see a new one? Yo, that's what I'm worried about. And what's the new Gears look like? What's that Gears going to be? This is the first big Gears of War game without Rod Ferguson. Zoinks! It's been that long since we got a new Gears game. Like last year was a remake. We have not had a Gears of War game since 5. Kate's Story, which wasn't great. And that was Rod Ferguson's he left. So we're cooking up this next one, dude. I don't even know. We don't even know who the studio person is. I forgot his name. So we got to see. And with this budget and losing money, like that makes you confident that they're going to put their all and throw all their quality and stuff in to these games. I just hear more with less. That's all I see is like budget cuts and games coming in hot and just get them out just to make $1. And that's what I'm fearful of because that's what it's been. It's been panic mode. Get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. Got to make the money. Got to make the money. Got to make the donuts. Here, RMA. There you go. Go read it. Amy in the Hood just blamed Microsoft Gaming in bringing down their quarter to investors. Tell me if that's not on anybody's radar. They're like, we're doing good, but the whole quarter, that all hard department went down because gaming was down. That's what she said. And she said it's not going to be up next quarter either. They're going to be down again. How low can you go? Because they keep going down. Grift of the year, Glinda says. Oh, man. But Grinders, epic show. Yo, incredible. Thank you again for all the chats, the members, the interaction, the fun, the links. This is what we do at the Gaming Grindhouse. Care about the gamer and what's going on with these games. But we told you so. And there we're here to say we told you so. None of this was going to fix the problems Xbox had because it was about the games and they stopped focusing on them. They thought that throwing money at something was going to fix it because that's what Microsoft does. And they've always failed doing that stuff. And now they just affected the biggest thing that bothers me, and Xbox in its 25th year anniversary, a celebration that is now put on ice. So stay warm out there, Grinders. We're cooking again. Subscribe to the Gaming Grindhouse because we got more live videos coming your way. Members, you got music such as this that you could listen to right now with your membership. And we're going to be doing some more stuff for the members as well as we grow again. But grinders, let's leave it here with some cooking news. And we got it here. And yeah, we only can end on this song. This is the song of the hour. Hit me with the horns, baby. Thank you again, grinders. Good night. Hit that like button. Go over to Thrifty Show. Tell them I said hi. That's where I'm going to be. Let's go.
Pixel dreams turn vapor, they fumble the spark. Left us stranded in the shadow, cancel perfect dark. Controllers cold, promises they don't deliver. Xbox in the gutter, drowning in the river. They suck again, yo, they suck again. Promises broken, no wins to defend. Suck again, bro, they suck again. Perfect dark, ghost haunts, what could have been? Used to flex consoles, now they flex excuses. Franchise graveyard, Terror E refuses. Green logo faded, no innovation reign. Lost in the pixels, they forgot the game. They suck again, yo, they suck again. The controllers lifeless, can't even pretend. Suck again, bro, they suck again. Dreams erased, can't press start again.
Joysticks limp, the system's a clown. Games ain't fire, they burning it down. Broken discs, fans in the wind. Xbox falls while others ascend.
Legacy in shambles, it's a hollow machine. They talk about the future, but the past was a scene. Perfect dark acts, now we stuck in the void. Xbox sucks again, dreams destroyed.